What's up? What's up? What is up? How are y'all doing today? It is Friday, and y'all know what that means. That means we're about to get into this news. My goodness, y'all, we have got so much news that has been going on. Listen, DC is in shambles. Okay, DC is all over the place. The news is breaking the internet left and right. It's nonsense, chaos, all this stuff. I'm gonna try. I'm gonna try my best because honestly, the news all over the place. It's everywhere with Henry Cavill, with James Gunn, with Superman, this Wonder Woman. That it's all over the place. So we are going to go through as much news as possible with DC stuff later. So please hold your questions because I know some people like to jump the gun, no pun intended. But we are going to talk about that. My goodness, it is so much stuff. But we do have some other things that we're going to talk about as well. There's some other news and updates that we got to get to. By the way, oh my gosh. So just update for y'all. This kind of blew me. Um, so my youngest baby girl, she had a Christmas concert thing, so of course you gotta go and support the kiddos, right? And my wife, who she's a teacher at the same school, so that's like wonderful. um she was like, yeah, you got to come and watch. And I was like, all right, that's cool. So I go watch. Listen, I'm watching all the babies, right? All the babies singing off key, hitting the beats and everything all off key, whatever. You know the routine. All the parents out there, y'all know the routine, right? So I get there, I'm like, proud dad, taking pictures, giving high fives. We having a good time. Okay, we having a good time. So of course, my kids' stuff is over with, and my wife is like, "Yo, like, come and see, come walk with me." Now she teaches fifth grade, right? And my youngest is in she's in kindergarten, and so I'm walking to my wife's class, and as I'm walking there, I just see like I see all these like little kids, like fifth graders, and they're like, "Hi." Hi, hey. I'm like, who? Hi, hello, hi. And my wife is like, yeah, like this is him, guys. This is him. So I'm like, okay, okay, like what? Like you show my picture. 'Cause I don't really remember meeting these little kids like that. So I was sitting there like, why all these little kids like know me? This one little kid comes up and was like, I watch your YouTube. And another little kid was like, I'm subscribed. Another little kid, my mom watches your YouTube. I'm like, thank you. But y'all in fifth grade. What y'all watching me for? Why are y'all watching me? So, hey, shout out to Mrs. Noisette's fifth grade class. Half of y'all need to be in bed. Okay, first of all. But I was just the first thing I was thinking was like, oh my god, I'm gonna have to watch. Might have to watch what I say a little bit, just y'all can't watch the after darks or nothing. So but I just thought that was funny. I was like, I never sat here and thought fifth graders would be watching this. I blows my mind. But anyway, I just thought that was kind of funny. I wanted to share that with y'all and just to give y'all a heads up because I know sometimes some of y'all be acting a little extra grown in the chat. So we got kids watching apparently now. So and some of y'all like I said, some of y'all kids need to go to sleep. Just go to bed. Okay. I know it's Friday. Y'all gotta go to sleep. Anyway, shout out to them. And thank you so much. Shout out to the Queen, Mrs. E-Man, for holding it down. And for having the courage. Because shout out to all the teachers as well. My goodness, y'all just whoo, man. I see what the missus has to go through, and it's no joke. Teachers are severely underpaid for the amount of work that they have to do on a daily basis. Like, it's not funny. Like how much if you know a teacher, if you've been a teacher, I'm preaching to the choir. But y'all don't understand. Teachers for real need that money because the work they do outside the classroom, whoo, not to be taken lightly. So shout out to all the teachers and of course to my queen, Mrs. E-Man. So let's get into this real quick. Let's go ahead and do some shout outs and we can get started because we got a lot to cover. We gonna kick it off with Deborah Rodriguez. Thank you so much, Deborah. I appreciate you coming through, always supporting the channel as well. Appreciate you. Team Tech Boys in the building. Good to see you, man. Good. Thank you so much. Rim 17, come through. That's the Mod Squad, top vet in the building. Y'all make sure y'all get them likes up and don't have rims come looking for you. Appreciate you. And shout out to all the Mod Squad, by the way. I don't think I do this enough, but like I really want to say for all of y'all that have been the mods, that have been, even if you're not a mod, even if you're a vet, you just been coming back. And all it takes to be a vet, to be honest with you, just come back 2 times. That's it. When you come back 2 times, you automatically a vet. Okay. I just want to say thank y'all because y'all be holding it down in the chat. I'll be sitting here trying to put on a show. I don't know what kind of chaos be happening in the chat, but y'all handle it from the bots to the haters and all that stuff. So I just want to say thank you all so much for all the work that you guys do. So I wanted to just give it that little moment of shine right there. Mr. Crush is in the building. What's going on, sir? Good to see you. Allie Girl. Oh, wait, there we go. Allie Girl, thank you so much for being here. Well, you got to catch a replay. Shout out to the replay gang as well. My man Big Bo is here. What's going on, sir? Good to see you. Screaming Monkeys here as well. Thank you so much for making. Oh, no, you replay gang as well. All good, all good. See you at that point. Callow, what's going on? Thank you so much for making it out. Miss Harper, you already know what it is. Thank you so much, Miss Harper. Appreciate you, ma'am. Always a pleasure to have you here. Jay Mart is here as well. What's going on? Cynthia Charles, hello. Thank you so much. Oh, we got a lot of DC updates. My man Tane is in the building. Thank you so much. What's going on, brother? My man, stay with it with the crab updates. My man, let me know. Yo, them crab legs is on sale. Go hit it up. Bro, I'm on it. Don't you worry about a thing. I am on that. I love me some seafood. Y'all don't understand. Thank you so much. Paul, thank you so much. Appreciate you coming through. Well, we gonna talk about James Gunn and Henry Cavill in a minute. We definitely gonna get there. Jesus or Jesus, hello. Good to see you. Let's see, Leandra, hello, good to see you as well. King T'Challa's in the building. Always a pleasure. My man John Robertson, hello. Joy, hello, how are you? Let's see, we got another Mod Squad vet in the building. How you doing, Kristen Pratt? Thank you so much for holding it down. Matto, what is up? Let's go. Shauna, hello. Good to see you. Queen B is back. Always a pleasure. My homie Tyra K is here. Thank you so much. My main man Derek Gaines is here. Thank you so much for making it out. It's another top vet in the building. Let's see. Rhonda is back. Thank you so much for making it out, ma'am. Appreciate you. Bost is seeking a champion. Thank you so much for making it out. Kimmy J, always a pleasure. Thank you so much for making it out as well. Where are we at? There we go. My man Eric Shaw is here too. Thank you so much, man. Appreciate you. My homeboy Nelson V is here as well. Thank you so much for making it out. And shout out to everyone that has made it out tonight. I really appreciate y'all. And shout out to those that are coming in right after. Let's see. We got the first comment of the day. Thank you so much, Big Bo. Sup, E-Man? Last year, I asked you a question that you wasn't sure of and had to rewatch the movie. So it's been a year, and I asked this again. Is Die Hard a Christmas movie? Now, that's a very good question, and I appreciate you asking this. So here's how I have come to... This is how I am coming to define what makes something a Christmas movie. Because this has been a debate for a lot of people, right? And it's funny because I was just having this conversation with other fellow critics, and I think we've come to a reasonable consensus, or at least when I presented this, nobody argued with me. So I think this is enough. Just because a movie takes place during Christmas doesn't make it a Christmas movie, right? The setting is not what defines a movie. What does define a movie usually is the story and the theme. So if the theme and the story are not about Christmas or the true meaning of Christmas or an aspect of what Christmas is or defining it or interpreting it, then I don't think it's a Christmas movie. And I don't believe Die Hard is a Christmas movie. It takes place during Christmas, but it's not really about Christmas. So for me, I'm gonna say, like, let's go back to Home Alone. Home Alone is more of a Christmas movie than Die Hard is, because you actually have elements in Home Alone that talk about the meaning of giving, the purpose, the reason for the season, and so on and so forth. So, like, Home Alone is more of a Christmas movie than Die Hard is. Sure, there's antics and pranks and all this other stuff, but at the end of the day, it's also about being together with family. It's about giving gifts. It's about all that other positive stuff that comes with Christmas. So, to your question, bro, I'm going to say Die Hard is not a Christmas movie. It's got to be based on the theme and the story. And if that ain't it, then anything can be anything. You know, it's almost like saying, here's the counterexample. It's almost like saying Spider-Man 1 with the GOAT, Tobey Maguire. It's almost like saying Spider-Man is a Thanksgiving movie. No, it ain't. Now, it was during Thanksgiving. You had Norman Osborn, Green Goblin cutting up a turkey and everything, but it's not about Thanksgiving. So that's why I'm just gonna say, if it ain't about the theme or the holiday or whatever, it ain't it. But that is just my take. I understand people might feel different. So if y'all have different opinions, y'all let me know. Do you think Die Hard is a Christmas movie or what? I don't know. Y'all let me know y'all thoughts. But like I said, for me, I have to see, is this what it's about? Is this what they talking about? Is this how they define it? If not, it's not going to be the case. But anyway, y'all let me know. But thank you so much, Big Ball. I appreciate the question and giving me a chance to explain that. Let's move forward. Let's see. Oh my! Come on now, we got a whole celebrity in the building. Dan the Man. Y'all don't understand. First of all, let me give some props to Dan the Man. Dan the Man. Okay, my man was an extra in Black Panther: Wakanda Forever, and he is I don't know if it's a secret, but he has a voice in one of the upcoming Beast Wars Transformer movie. So I just want y'all to know we got whole celebrities up in here. Okay, so I'm just letting you know, Dan. I'm telling you now, when you make it, we having that one-on-one interview all up in here. Okay, like when you don't forget where you started, bro. Okay, we supporting you back here. Okay, all of us we got you back now. All right. Now I'm just like, I got you, bro. Let's see, Dan the Man, what you got? Reboot is the way. Cast me as John Stewart, Green Lantern, John Stewart. Hey, man, go for it. Go for it. Shoot. Let me tell you something. I root for everybody black, man. I don't care. Go do it. Go audition. You got it. Okay. Shoot. And when you get the part, you holler at your boy. Okay, I just want to look at the behind the scenes, something. I'm rooting for you, man. I'm rooting for you. Thank you so much. Dion, what you got? Evening, EFAM. Have to catch the replay. The Most High has favored me with a great opportunity. So I got an early 4 a.m. wake up. All right now, man. Hey, listen. Hopefully, whatever this situation is or the opportunity, hopefully it is wonderful. It is great. Congratulations in advance. Good luck. All of that good stuff. But thank you so much, Dion, for helping it to support the channel. I really appreciate you. Ordinary Christian, what you got? What's good, E-Man and E-Fam? I ain't been on the live stream in a while. Usually I catch the replay. Hope you're all blessed. Thank you so much. And yeah, hey, look, it's all good. If you on the replay or if you on the live, either way, it's all good. Always appreciate you guys just being able to hang out. Even when you comment afterwards, all that type of stuff. I'll be checking all that stuff. I don't always have time to reply. But I do kind of go back. I watch the chats. I see some of y'all talking about me behind my back. It's okay. Okay. But I do see y'all. No, I'm just playing. But no, like, listen, it's always a good time. So, however you interacting is more than welcome. And thank you just for being here. I appreciate you. Mo Better, what you got? Who gave you more world exploration, Wakanda Forever or Avatar 2? Oh, that's easy. Avatar 2. Easy, easy, easy. That there's no question about it. Avatar 2. You listen, we learned about new animals. We learned about a whole new tribe. We learned new technology. Listen. There was nothing really new in Wakanda Forever outside of the Mexican Killmonger. That's it. Who got the same things that the Wakandans got? The same thing. So yeah, I'm gonna go with that. But man, Avatar 2. Woo wee. Listen, I got my review. I just finished it. So I apologize. I did post my reaction out the theater. So I hope you, from what you got from that, like I already told you, it's a good movie. It's long. It's a long movie because it's got a lot that it wants to say. It definitely isn't perfect. But I'm about to shoot my spoiler free review for people to go watch that. It'll probably be up by tomorrow. I just been crazy. There's been a lot of stuff going on during this week, so I've been trying to catch up, but hopefully I can get that to you guys by tomorrow. But definitely Avatar 2 for your question. Trey, what you got? I think Noah Centineo would be perfect as Superman. Sure, I guess. No, okay. He has a new show coming out. He was the guy that played in Black Adam as Atom Smasher. I mean, if you want to go with a real young look, I guess. I'm not opposed to it, but like he also doesn't like impress me, and he's not terrible. It's just like I think I would like to see him do more stuff. So I would just say that he's not the top of my list. He does have a new show coming out on Netflix called The Recruit. I didn't get a chance to watch it yet. I haven't I don't know. I'm just not excited to watch it. But I want to see if he can carry that show on his own. Maybe then it'll have some legs, but we'll get to that and see. But thank you so much for that. Appreciate you. Nelson, what you got? What's Cherie's favorite Christmas movie? It's not What You Think You Trying to Play With. It's not that one. Right now, is she on here? I don't know if she's here or not. Right now, she is currently watching some Nigerian African Christmas Netflix series. I think it's something like How to Ruin Christmas or something. I don't know. I don't know. My wife has very unique tastes in content. I think I might have watched like 15 minutes of it and I just had to like go to sleep. I'm just not gonna do that with her. But to answer your question, that's actually a very easy question. Her favorite Christmas movie is actually A Christmas Story. She will put that on repeat all day, every day. Like, you'll put your eye out, ho, ho, ho. That guy, the tongue on the pole and the frozen mouth and all that. That Christmas Story, that's absolutely her, like, hands down favorite. I mean, she, like, when I tell you she leaves that on loop all day, yeah, that's her favorite. But no, it's not the other thing that y'all were trying to refer to. Let's see. Mike, what you got? Are we live or am I too trash? Bro, we live. I don't know what you doing, but we live in this. I don't know, but hopefully you good. Let's see. Hold on. What we got? Ordinary Christian back at it. Fast and the Furious is about Christmas since it's about family. I don't know about that. I don't know about that. I don't. That's a little leap in logic right there. Now, if you want to say it's about cookouts, sure, I guess, but I wouldn't make that. I wouldn't connect them dots right there. That not me. But thank you for that. I appreciate you. I'm sure somebody really wants to make Fast and the Furious mean something. I'm sure somebody really wants to do that, but not so much. What you got? Dancing Dog, what you got? Thank you so much. Hey man, sad to possibly see Hawkman leave the DCEU. But now all this can play the grown-up Prince T'Challa. I'm staying positive. Recast the Flash. First of all, shout out to Recast the Flash because the Flash should absolutely go. But yeah, I mean, listen, we don't really know what's gonna happen yet. We don't know if I don't know. Like for me right now, and I mean, we'll get to it later, but James Gunn hasn't made any real announcements yet, which means we don't really know what's going to happen. Now we're speculating a lot of stuff, right? But we don't know. But I've already told y'all, like, anybody can go play a different role if they wanted to. Like, unless we know that there's a contract stipulation that says you can't work at two different studios at the same time or whatever, Aldous Hodge could go work for Marvel if he wanted to. I mean, we just saw Yahya Abdul-Mateen II get cast as Wonder Man, and he's still playing. Keep in mind, this is before the regime change. He was still playing Black Manta, in Aquaman. He's in Marvel and in DC. So there's nothing really holding these actors tied down, you know what I'm saying, to these like studios, like they're playing for one team, they can't play for the other. If their contract allows it, they can do whatever they want. So would I be here for an Aldous Hodge playing the child? Yes. I told y'all, I don't care who's playing a potential grown-up T'Challa. I just want the character to continue. I don't care. Aldous Hodge, Damson Idris, Trevante Rowe. I don't care. I want give me all of the T'Challas. I want 15 T'Challas on the screen. Okay, I want all of them. That's how greedy I am with that. I'm not picky at all. I just want that role to continue. But yeah, if Aldous is free and he wants to do it, which he did say he did, he had expressed interest in doing that a while ago. Let's go for it. I'm down. Miss Sheila, thank you so much. Hey, EFAM, gotta check the replay, but just wanted to say happy anniversary to you and the lovely Mrs. Oh, Miss Sheila, thank you so much. I appreciate you for that. Yes, we did just recently celebrate our 10-year anniversary. And it has been amazing, an amazing 10 years to be with this lovely lady. She popped out all these babies, and she has been by my side like from the jump. She has supported me, and vice versa, so I couldn't ask for a better partner in life. And I definitely man, listen, let me tell you something. So this 10-year anniversary, we did not go anywhere. And I mean, we went to dinner, but the dinner was whatever. But the main thing that we ended up doing, she was like, yo, I want to go see Janet Jackson. And I was like, Janet Jackson's an icon, a legend. So FYI, in case y'all didn't know, Janet Jackson is going on tour like now. Tickets on sale. I don't know if they still on, but she just added some new dates. So check your local cities. So I was like, all right, babe. Ain't no way I can pass up the legend, the icon, Janet Jackson. There's no way. Because I don't know about y'all, but when I was younger, I used to sit there and watch the replay concerts of Michael Jackson. And I used to tell myself, like, man, one day I'm going to get on that stage. Oh, one day I'm going to meet Michael Jackson. Oh, one day I'm just going to go to a concert. For the old school folks, y'all remember seeing all the people go to the Michael Jackson concerts and fainting and passing out. And this man ain't even sung a song yet. He ain't even do a hee or nothing yet. This is why I tell people Michael Jackson is one of the greatest ever. I don't care, Elvis, whoever, whatever. If you could stand on stage for like 2-3 minutes and not move and make people pass out, oh, you the GOAT. You the GOAT. You got it. You win. Couldn't nobody do that. Not that I've seen. So, and Janet to me is one of the most talented, iconic, legendary artists that we have as well. So I was like, yo, you know what? I don't care what it costs. We gotta go see her, and we just gonna have to chalk it up as the 10-year anniversary gift. Until I saw the ticket price for those tickets, the price of those tickets. Let's just say I might have to do a couple extra videos for y'all. I might have to listen. I told the wife, I was like, look, if I get these tickets, that's gonna be anniversary 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, and Christmas 2022, 2023, 24 canceled. That covers all of them. To get these tickets, all of those are covered. We good. So happy anniversary. Oh my gosh. Okay, that's enough of that. Thank you so much, Miss Sheila. I appreciate you. Let's see. Avery Good, what you got? Hey man, who would be your pick to play the new Suits? Anybody? I don't care. To be honest with you, anybody. I'm Superman is one of the easiest people to just like recast. I mean, like, you have it's not that hard to find a white actor to play Superman. It really isn't. As long as you a white guy, brunette, and somewhat in shape, you can play Superman. So to be honest with you, I don't know, and I'm not sweating it. I'm not really sitting here thinking like, man, only one person can be Superman. I don't care. There have been like 50, 11 Supermen. Every single one of them been like either okay to like great. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I don't have like a specific list. That it's not something or someone I've really stood up dreaming about who should be the role, because it's like, look, before we are gone off this earth, I guarantee you we're gonna have 10 more Superman. Superman finna come and go. Just like that. We're gonna get 10 more. Whether it's in TV, whether it's in movies, the world will never rest if Superman were not recast. Okay. You ain't never gonna find a shortage of Superman and getting recasted. So to be honest with you, I don't know who could be it. I don't really have a pick. At this point, it's plug and go, plug and go, plug and go. And if one messes up, what you think they're gonna do? Start over and do another one and find it and recast. I mean, they've been doing it for the past 90, 50 something years, 70 years. It'll be all right. But yeah, anybody at this point, in my opinion, could be Superman. Whatever. Dion, thank you so much. Last message, and I'm taking my behind the bed. Any realtors in the chat in the Atlanta area, please DM me on Facebook. I need to find a house to rent. All right. Well, I guess my man has put it out there. Go ahead and hit him up if you got it. Thank you so much for that, Dion, and get you some sleep, man. Go to sleep, man, so you don't wake up late for whatever your thing is, man. Go get your sleep. Get your sleep. I don't want you blaming us for nothing now. Natalie, let's go. Let's talk Angela Bassett's award season. Yes. I've already said. I've said this. I said this when I first saw the movie, and I gave y'all my review. I told y'all. Here's the funny thing. Don't nobody listen to me. When I was one of the first people, and this is only because I haven't heard nobody say it, but I was one of the first people, the moment we got out the premiere, that I was like, Angela Bassett better win an award for this. She better win an award for Black Panther Wakanda Forever. Okay, I put it in my review. I posted it on Twitter, and it was funny. I ain't gonna name no names, but some outlets were kind of like, Angela Bassett, you think so? I was like, yes. Are you nuts? Yes. And the moment I started pushing this, I kept saying, like, yo, she needs to be at least nominated. Then all of a sudden, people started saying, like, you know what? It might be time. I was like, of course it is. It's been past time. She long overdue. This queen has been nominated so many times, and she's never won an Oscar. Are y'all nuts? Have y'all seen this woman's body of work? Like I Angela Bassett is a queen in real life. I already told y'all meeting her was like one of the most amazing things for me because even though it was like a 2 little second interaction, I mean, you feel this lady's grace and essence, just the way she carries herself. She is long overdue for an award. And yeah, I definitely think that this needs to be her season for sure. But thank you, Natalie. I appreciate you as always. Howard, what you got? We hear this Superman news and we're just conditioned without a doubt to go, all right, who's next? But to chal it up, this is my point. This like, yes, that's why I'm not worried. I'm not worried about none of this. I'm not worried about none of this. Some people are tripping online. Oh no, Henry Cavill. Oh no. I'm like, at least y'all finna get a new one. Y'all getting a new one like that. Okay? You're not hearing, sorry, we won't have Henry Cavill as Superman and waiting a year to even hear any other update. Y'all don't have to worry about that. Hey, we're not gonna have Henry Cavill Superman, but we're gonna have another Superman. But we will have another Superman. I didn't even want to get into this right now because I was gonna say it's a level of privilege with this character, and I'm saying from one fan base to another, y'all don't have the struggles that we had with Recast T'Challa. Now, y'all didn't have the stress that we had. All right, I know y'all don't have Jonathan Kent, being your new Superman. Y'all don't have that, so y'all good. Okay, you gonna get your Superman. Now you get me riled up, man. Now you come on, man. Now you gonna get me all up in this. Oh my goodness. Rims, come through. What's going on? Just sending some love to my fam and history. Oh, thank you so much. Wishing you nothing but continued blessings and great fortune. Continue to lift each other and those precious girls up as you do. We love y'all always. Celebrate Black love. Thank you so much, Rims. I really appreciate you. You too kind. Like y'all don't even have to do all this, man. But like, thank you so much. Thank you. I really appreciate that and those very, very kind words. Let's see who else we got. Zoltar. Zoltar. Happy anniversary, Mr. and Mrs. Eman. Thank you so much. That is so generous. Appreciate you as well. Thank you. He who runs face, reboot the Pootie Tang universe. I mean, can we get a sequel first? Like, we ain't even we gotta get a sequel before we reboot anything. Actually, I would be here for that. I would love to see if Pootie Tang anything could work in today's society and how they would they have to water it down? Would they have I don't know. But I would love to see how they would try. Love to see that. Thank you so much for that. Wow, Sim, my goodness, thank you so much. That is so wonderful. Oh my gosh. Late tonight. But been looking forward to this all day. Just a little holiday gift. Thanks for all you do for just being a wonderful human. Happy holidays, everyone. Thank you so much, Sim. This is so generous. Really appreciate that. My goodness, that is way too generous. Y'all are way too kind. Thank you so much for that. I really appreciate that for real. No, don't worry about it. It's cool. I'm probably gonna get mad later on anyway when we start actually talking about the Henry Cavill stuff, but you good. All right, let's get on to the actual news. Sorry, replay gang. I'm gonna try and put the timestamps in so y'all can just skip through stuff. Damn. All right. Well, we you know how we do around here. We will go through the bad news first. Just so we can kind of get it out the way, and then we will move forward on from that. In case y'all didn't hear, earlier this week we lost another brother. Twitch, DJ Twitch. In case you didn't know, DJ Twitch was the DJ for Ellen on the Ellen DeGeneres show, and was also on So You Think You Can Dance. The brother he died at only 40 years old. And he's left with wife and kids. And this like I didn't really watch the Ellen show that often, but when I would watch it and I would see him, he was always just full of energy, right? And what's so messed up is that when I went on my trip last, a week ago or whatever, when I was in LA, when I went to that same event where I met Angela Bassett and I met Michael B. Jordan and all that, he was there. He was there just last week. I didn't get a chance to see him, or to interact with him, but every one of my colleagues that were able to talk to him and see him, a lot of them were like, yo, this man was like happy. This man was like in high spirits. Like, you just don't. It's like you go from that and then to this. And it's just, you don't know what people are going through. You just don't. So, I put the number up here. It is 988. If you are going through anything, and if the mere thought crosses your mind to end your beautiful life early, please call or text 988 for help. That is the new suicide helpline. You can call it or text it. I cannot stress to y'all enough. I know people say to check in on your strong friends. I get that. But like I I don't want us to make this a thing that we do only when someone dies. I want us to get into the habit of just checking in on folks on a regular basis. And I'm not saying like make it obligatory. I'm not saying, okay, get your phone book or go through your contacts and, call it. I'm not saying that. I'm saying that when you think of somebody, reach out. When you see somebody, ask them how they're doing and like mean it. You know what I'm saying? Because even if in that moment you might not care, you don't know what that's going to do for someone else. Um, when I went to the Black Cinema award show, Kid Cudi went on there, and if y'all are familiar with his story, like he was addicted, he was going through rehab, and he was sharing his story about like how he almost committed suicide. And it was a powerful story. It was really, really powerful. And I remember going up to him and just talking to him for a second, and I thanked him. I thanked him for just sharing his story, because a lot of times people can be ashamed of stuff like that. A lot of times people might be afraid to tell their story, and you might not always know who your story can inspire or who you can touch to save them from being on the brink. So when I told him, I was just thanking him. I was just like, "Yo, like your story matters. Like I'm just really appreciative of the fact that you just shared that with everybody, because you don't know who you might have just saved." And just for that moment, he I think it like hit him. You know what I'm saying? Like it kind of hit him like, "Yo, this dark journey that I just overcame, it wasn't for nothing." Right? And it's it's because of that like I know this is a movie thing and we talk about entertainment and all that, but it's one of those reasons why I don't mind taking a couple minutes to really reach out and talk to y'all about getting counseling, getting therapy, or just talking to somebody, because one of the worst things you can do when you're struggling is staying alone for too long. It's okay to have some time to yourself. It's okay for self love, but you cannot be alone for too long. There are certain things that we are just not meant to bear by ourselves. I really do believe human beings were created to be together, to hold each other up. So, again, if you need help, reach out. If you are scared, just call this number, text, whatever. If you need a distraction, Fridays, 7 o'clock, come on through. Just come on over here and take your mind off of things. Okay, just whatever it is. Because I'm not gonna let y'all forget. You matter. Your life matters. Whatever you going through, I guarantee you, you are strong enough and you have people around you, even if you don't recognize it, to get you through it. So rest in peace um to DJ Twitch. Condolences to his friends and family as well. Just gone way, way, way too soon. Way too soon. But yeah. All right. Man, I hate going through. I know it's not really upbeat or whatever, but we got to get through it. We got to get through it. Again, we don't know who this can be for. Who this can touch or whatever. So we gonna, thank y'all for weathering that with me. Let's grab these comments though real quick. There we go. Avery, what you got? I absolutely agree wholeheartedly on the new soups take. By the way, happy anniversary to you and the missus. Thank you so much, Avery. I appreciate you. I told you, man, listen, anybody can be soups. It ain't gonna be hard at all. I guarantee you, whoever they put as Superman, people gonna get over it. People are gonna get over it. As long as they give them a good story, they gotta give them a good story and a good movie. People gonna get over it. They'll be all right. But thank you so much for that. AJ, what you got? Queen Bassett was such a delightful person. She was super nice to everyone on set. I believe it. I mean, like I said, I've never heard any bad stories, about the Queen at all. So yeah, I totally believe that. I totally believe that. Like everyone, especially even that night when she was in that room and she was being honored at the Black Cinema Awards, everyone had an Angela Bassett story that was like nothing but encouraging, supportive, and all of that. So yeah, I'm with you on that 100%. Let's see. Antoinette, thank you so much. I understand what you're saying, E-Man, but my stepson and coworker both committed suicide. Oh my God, I'm so sorry. I'm here to tell you that they were both supported and loved, but sometimes you can't stop it. It hurts. Yeah. First of all, I'm so sorry for your losses. I mean, that's tough, right? Like it none of this stuff is easy. I don't have the answers, right? I mean, everything I'm saying, I'm just saying that out of hope and faith that maybe it'll change somebody's mind, but obviously, of course, some people are going to still make the choice that they want to make. And it's not easy, I'll just say that I'm definitely sorry for your losses there. But I'm call me an optimist. I'm an optimist. I know bad things in the world happen. I'm not delusional. I know that there are always going to be exceptions. I know that bad things are always going to happen, but I have a level of optimism that people can change, and um all I can do is hope for the best. I can hope for the best. That's all. But thank you so much, Antoinette. I really appreciate that support as well. And again, condolences to you on your losses there. Let's see. Baker, what you got? Cheers to much needed distractions and happy anniversary. Thank you so much for that, Bakers. I appreciate you so much. What else do we have? Hold on. Got that. Okay. Wait. Tati, what's going on? Hi, E-Man. I take medicine for depression and anxiety. I have a doctor for this. It's a struggle. And I just want you to know that your lives are one of the best medicines for me. Thank you. Oh, Tati, come through. Come through. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. And you know, again, and thank you, by the way, for being so open. Listen, if that's what people have to do, if you got to go see a doctor, if you got to be on medication, this stuff is serious. But what's more important here is the fact that you're taking care of you. And I appreciate the fact that this live can do anything, to contribute to that. So, thank you so much. And I'm gonna definitely, have you in my thoughts and prayers, that you just continue to thrive. And hey, if this live does anything for anybody, I'm here for it. Y'all got me for as long as I can pop these suckers out, and if it makes a difference, I'm very okay with that. So thank you so much. All right. What else do we have? Let's try and well, I don't know if this is like good news or not. But man, Netflix, man, just whew, y'all, Netflix is like, I just don't understand why Netflix is the way that they are. I don't get it. I don't get it. Um Netflix, if you know, when they came into the building, when they came into the picture, Netflix was the main competitor for Blockbuster, right? And they basically, Blockbuster had the opportunity to buy out Netflix, if I'm not mistaken. And they were just like, nah, we good. Netflix is gonna die. They gonna go away. They done for. And when that happened and Netflix blew up, obviously Blockbuster didn't go through. But in a classic petty move from Netflix, they decided to make a show about Blockbuster, about the one and only Blockbuster show that was left. That's what they decided to do. Okay. That Blockbuster show came out, and let's just say it was not a blockbuster. Okay. And when it wasn't a blockbuster, you already know what that means. Canceled after one season. How is it? How is it that Netflix gonna kill Blockbuster twice? How you gonna kill Blockbuster, bring them back to life just to kill them again? Why is Netflix this way? Why are y'all like this? I'm just saying, like, you knew there was nothing about this show. There was nothing about this show that, in my opinion, outside of the external joke that it's Netflix doing a show about a competitor that they put out of business, there was nothing about this show that gave me the impression this was going to be successful. Like, did y'all just pay money to create a show just to embarrass Blockbuster? Like, was this the final ha-ha? Because I can't imagine how y'all thought this was gonna be good, and y'all knew y'all would have canceled this sucker anyway. Just y'all just bogus. This is bogus. What you say, Gray? This is exactly. Yep, they pulled the Thanos with the time stone. That's exactly what happened. That's exactly what happened. Netflix was like, bring that back. Bring it right back. Come on up. I gotta take that gem. Pop. Take that last store out your pop. Take that out your forehead. Jesus. Whoo, man. So have y'all watched Blockbuster? Have y'all seen it? I'm not gonna lie. I used to go to Blockbuster all the time. Okay, hold on now. Wait a minute. I actually went to Family Video all the time because Blockbuster was a little too expensive, and Family Video had a better selection of movies. So yes, did y'all watch Blockbuster at all? Like, if y'all did, let me know because I didn't watch one episode. Like, I just did not watch one episode because I just did nothing about it. Nothing about it. I like Randall though. Like, he was cool, but whatever. Whatever. Anyway, let me know what y'all thought in the comments about what you felt about Blockbuster and yeah, it getting the axe from Netflix again. They just so petty. I just don't understand it. But let me grab these comments here. Team Tech Boy, E-Man, I'm asking for prayers for my mom. What happened? Oh no, she is fighting cancer and has a big surgery next week. We're here together watching tonight's live. Oh, Mama Tech Boy, hold on now. Yes. Oh, yes, Mama Tech Boy, you getting the prayers. Come on now. Oh, yes, indeed. Yes, we absolutely gonna uplift you. Thoughts and prayers. You got this. We are sending all the positive vibes and energy your way. Y'all already know I'm not a fan of cancer at all. So yes, absolutely, you got our support. And please keep us updated. Please keep us updated. Because mamas are very special. And I see how your mom was supporting you for your dreams and everything. And yo, we rooting for you. Okay, we got you back. We got your back. I think the fam's already got you. If I see on the chat so far, so yes, definitely prayers up for you for moms right there. And thank you for that contribution. I appreciate you too. Keep us updated. AJ, what you got? I can testify this year has been super hard, especially losing my father, uncles, and aunt, a cousin, and close friends. And I've been catching replays and lives too, and it did help taking me out of my funk. Man, AJ, whoa, man. So sorry for my gosh, like what is going on this year? It's very, very sorry for your losses there. But yes, if we can be of any level of service, man, I am just happy to hear that. And I'm happy that you're here with us, man. Like I'm happy that you're here commenting and hopefully having a good time. So, shout out to you and your fam as well, Yo, listen, y'all don't realize, like, I'm telling you, man, everybody can make a difference. We might not be able to save everybody, but we're gonna try. We're gonna try. Thank you so much. Invisible Bully, can we get the black Superman now? Well, we actually gonna talk about that a little bit later. But we will find out. Thank you so much for that. Wait. Baker back at it. Not one episode blockbuster by Netflix. Why? Well, I mean, I don't know. I question the moment they said they were even going to make that show. I was just like, I don't understand why y'all even doing this, except to be petty. But here we are. All right. Okay. Now we can start getting into some good news. Y'all, let me tell you something. God of War. I told you I don't really play a lot of video games just because I don't really have the time as I used to. I still got PS3 games that I got to play on my PS4, and I still ain't buy a PS5 yet because I haven't finished my PS4 game, so I'm behind. But I will catch up. But one game I did not sleep on was God of War. God of War, when it first came out, was one of the best things to hit video games. When I tell you, I was here for spilling all the Greek blood. Okay, I was here for all of it. Zeus and Kratos. We had this beef for a long time. And now, finally, it seems as though we're going to get this on a bigger platform because the God of War TV series is a full go at Amazon. Let me tell you, Amazon is out here making money moves. They are making power moves. Rings of Power, they was like, yo, drop that bucket on that. Okay. They had no problem dropping the dollars on that. And when and we'll talk about the other things that they're buying too. But I'm hopeful because I don't believe anyone is attached. If I'm not mistaken, I don't think anyone. Hold on, let me see. Let me double check because I don't think. Oh, okay. So the director who did the Wheel of Time, Rafe Judkins, is gonna be the showrunner. Have y'all watched the Wheel of Time? I never watched the Wheel of Time. I never watched it. I just didn't think it was for me. But there I guess this person is going to be the showrunner for it. And if I'm not mistaken, I want to see if they Okay, so we do have a little bit on the story here. So let me make that bigger for you. The series is in development since March. The series in development since March will follow Kratos, the god of war, who exiles himself from his blood-soaked past in ancient Greece and hangs up his weapons forever in the Norse realm of Midgard. When his beloved wife dies, the show's description reads, Kratos sets off on a dangerous journey with his estranged son to spread her ashes from the highest peak, his wife's final wish. Kratos soon realizes the journey is an epic quest in disguise, one which will test the bonds between father and son and force Kratos to battle new gods and monsters for the fate of the world. Okay, so let me just say, I'm not a fan of that because that right there, what is that? That's God of War 4, right? If I'm not mistaken, where he starts dealing with the Norse gods and stuff. I don't know if I'm a fan of that because if you're gonna do the TV adaptation, I don't mind. I kind of wish they would just go back to when he was in Greece. Like that's literally like that is literally 75% of his story is like how he became the god of war. That it's no like light thing. And I saw somebody had said that they never played the game, so I don't want to ruin it or whatever. But let me tell you something. Kratos and his beef with the gods is not something you just want to skip over and do little casual references or flashbacks to. You got to see this man get mad at the gods. Okay, you got to see this man take out his revenge on the gods. You got to see how cruel and petty the gods are and what made this man just go wild on them. I mean, Thanos don't play. He don't play. I don't even know why they call him the god of war. They need to call him the god slayer. Kate Kratos ain't no joke. He ain't no joke. I'm just saying this ain't the story to just jump around and just be like, oh, by the way, he a daddy and he had a past, but now he about to go on a little adventure with his kid. You don't understand this man's rage. You don't understand where this man came from. Okay, this man. First of all, this man ain't even white. Hold on, let me get this. Let me get this. Hold on, let me get this here for the people that ain't even seen or don't know. He's not even white. That is the ash. Those are ashes, okay, that are covering his body. Ashes of dead bodies. Y'all don't understand this man's story. Play the game. They need to. Y'all don't understand. Y'all can't just skip that man's backstory. You just can't. That right there is a disservice. I'll just say that. Unless they thinking about doing show him now and then do a prequel later, I guess. But my goodness, I thought y'all wanted a great story. I don't know. I mean, I know we're only going off of this. I'm not saying the new one is gonna be mad. I'm not gonna say that, but it's just it's a little discouraging to hear that they're not gonna cover the actual meat and potatoes, which is him and his beef with Zeus. When I tell you Zeus gave me so many problems, when I was facing that motherfucker. I was facing Zeus in them final battles. I was like, I can't wait to kill this god. I need to kill him. I'm trying to keep it PC for the kiddies. And I did not like Zeus. Stupid Zeus. Anyway, I am ecstatic though that we're gonna get this show. I am very happy for it. I am looking forward to see what they do with it. I hope they throw all the money at it so that way they don't drop the ball with it. Don't mess this up. Put the same energy that y'all put into the Rings of Power. Same way HBO put all that energy into The Last of Us, and at least from the trailer, it looks good. Put that energy into this. Don't play with this. Do not play with this, Amazon. I will fully support this. Make me want to go play the game again now. Let me know what y'all think. Didier, what you got? TC Carson will always be my Kratos. Well, first of all, TC Carson is the perfect Kratos, especially with his voice now, but I ain't gonna lie, Christopher Judge, man, is good too. Now, TC is that's it. Zeus. I can't even do his voice. I can't even do TC's voice because TC is like phenomenal. But my goodness, yes. Now, some people are already going to be talking about like, who should play Kratos. I think you could just go through a number of people. Some people have said Triple H from WWE. He looks like Kratos. Now his acting, not that good. Not that good. But he could play the part, maybe. I mean, he would have to get some acting classes. You would need to get a very good director. I'm not saying that Kratos needs like all these lines to be so proficient. Not saying that, but Kratos does have a couple of moments that you be like, yo, this brother's spitting. Yo, this man, I'm feeling for him. Like, he does have some moments that require good acting and not just a bunch of rage and aggression and muscles. Who else did they say? Some people have said Jason Momoa. Momoa could. I could see it. I could see it. Some have said Dave Bautista. Dave Bautista has gotten a lot better with his acting. And I could totally see him playing it. And then you also have Chris Judge, the guy who literally plays Kratos in the motion capture suits and voices him in the games. Now, I don't know how much he can play the role in live action because he plays him in CGI now. This is a live action show, but I wouldn't be surprised if they gave him the opportunity. So I'm just saying there's some options. Triple H, Batista, Jason Momoa, Chris Judge. Like, it's a bunch of different options out there. Y'all let me know what you think and how you feel about the God of War update and who you'd like to see. Nelson, who will win the battle, Kratos or MCU Thor? Oh, if we go off of the game. Wait a minute. Let me hit him with the Sagat laugh. Why you want to kill Thor so bad? What did Thor do to you? Y'all didn't like you didn't like Thor 4 that bad? Why are you trying to get Thor murked? Thor does not deserve to get mollywopped like that. I don't think you understand. Kratos kills gods. We ain't talking about Gore the God Butcher. We ain't talking about that. Okay? Little fake little God Butcher. This Kratos. Kratos for the win. Easy. No question. That's done. It's done for. Thor's gone. Whew, man. That's not even a match. I feel bad for Thor. Feel bad for him. AJ, what you got? Yeah, not a fan. Also, go back to Greece. I already know that story. I ended the game. Now I'm playing Ragnarok. Yeah, see, and that's fine. And it sounds like they're trying to do Ragnarok now. But I'm just saying, like, for the people that haven't played the video games, I think it's a disservice to not go back to the earlier stuff, because a lot of us that are beyond the Greece storyline, let us keep going forward. It's almost like with the comic books, right? If you're doing a comic book movie, you don't usually just jump in to the newest comic book, version or edition. You'll go to something a little bit older, and then current comic book readers will keep on reading the new stuff. Like, help bring in the general audience, over time. But I don't know. I guess this is the direction they want to take. I don't know. AJ back at it. Ashes of his family on top of that. Right. See, that, and people like, ashes of his family. What is going on with him? Listen, Kratos is a complicated man. Okay. And no one understands him but his woman. Man. But thank you for that. Rims, what you got? Just taking a moment to pray for Team Tech Boy's mom and the rest of the E fam. May God keep us, protect us, and give us strength no matter what. May we all continue to love each other and lean on each other. God bless the E fam forever. Rims, thank you so much for that. And yes, let's spread all of that positivity to everyone for sure. But thank you so much. I really appreciate that, and I hope that also goes and touches others as well. And thank you again for the contribution. You just coming through. Thank you so much. Michael Harris, what you got? If Anthony Mackie ain't Kratos, we riot, E-fam. We we let me hit you with the cigar like we. That was a good one. Oh man, that is funny. All right, let's we let me move on. Oh man, I lied. I'm sorry, y'all. I shouldn't have lied to y'all. I should have done this first. We do have some bad news. Dang, I should have done this first. I'm so sorry. I know a lot of y'all had y'all hopes up for this. I know a lot of people were looking forward to this, and this is gonna make some people. This is gonna hurt some folks. I know. But guys, we have some bad news when it comes to the MCU show Echo. Guys, we're hitting a major delay. So, as much as you guys were waiting for Echo, and as long as you've been waiting for this to finally drop, it does seem as though we are going to have to wait. Because I know y'all loved Hawkeye so much. Yeah, this is definitely going to be a bit of an issue. Let's see. Yeah, okay. It was supposed to come out summer of 2023. This was going to come out right after Loki, but that specific release timing has come into question as of late, as the production on the title supposedly has not gone all that smoothly. Insider Leslie Hill from the Cosmic Circus recently took to Twitter, noting that there have seemingly been problems with Echo, and she is concerned, but she certainly hopes this one comes out and it's fine. So let's see what happened to the release date. A year from the podcast comes out. Let's see, within months, blah blah blah. Okay, okay, whatever. I don't really care. I'm sorry. I can't even pretend like I care. I don't care when Echo comes out. I don't care what the new day is. I don't care. I don't care. Like I wasn't checking for Echo, to be honest with you. I mean, when Echo came out on what was it? On Hawkeye or whatever. It just didn't do nothing. Like I like the idea of Echo having connections with Daredevil and stuff like that. That's cool. That's great. But I'm like, just bring her through on Daredevil then. Like, I don't need an independent show with her by herself. And I'm not trying to look, that's no disrespect or shade to the actress. I'm pretty sure she's like really good and shout out to her for having the opportunity. But this feels like Echo. Echo feels like remnants of the midness from phase 4. All that mid energy from phase 4, it's like it's trickling down over to 2023. Man, we ain't got time for that. Like, yo, wipe that out. Now, if you want to turn the Echo series into a special 60-minute special, go for it. I'd rather you do that. I'd rather Marvel say, hey, you know what? Maybe we don't need to stretch Echo's story into 6, 7, 8 episodes or whatever. Maybe we can condense it, get all the good parts in there, and just make it a 60 seconds or 60 minutes or whatever. Just do that. Do a 60-minute special and call it a day. I ain't really checking for Echo like that. I'm just not. But I don't know. Maybe y'all are. Let me know, how do you feel about Echo being delayed and not moving forward right now? Y'all let me know how you feel. Hold on, I got somebody send me something. Let me grab it. Hold on. Do. Oh, snaps. Hold on one second. We got a couple cash apps. Thank you so much to my man Chuck for the $5 cash app. Sending some love right back. 4 scripts was trash. Okay. Thank you for that. Oh, my man Derek Gaines. Thank you so much. Oh man, that is awesome, man. Thank you so much. You said before I got help from my depression. Hey, thank you, brother. Listen, I'm telling you, it really does make a difference for people to know, especially when other people are getting help. You know what I'm saying? Like it just removes the stigma that it's a bad thing, especially for other black men. Because I know we have had this stigma for the longest that we too proud, we too strong, we too this to just get some help. So thank you for that. And I appreciate you, brother, so much. Oh my gosh, Travis Looney, my goodness, brother, thank you so much. Sends $50 for happy anniversary. Thank y'all. Listen, I appreciate y'all helping me pay off this Janet Jackson debt. I appreciate it, because I tell you, I told my wife, like, look, I might have to go shovel some snow. I might have to just go shovel some snow or something, because listen, them tickets. But thank you so much. I really appreciate you. But look, I'm always gonna go all out for the lady. So she's always got that. I'll work day and night, whatever it takes. But Ty with the super sticker, thank you, Ty. I appreciate you as always. Thank you so much. Hold on, let's see. Hold on. Okay, I think I'm all the way caught up. I didn't miss nobody, did I? Okay, no, I don't think I did. All right. Listen, I gotta check it in the savings too. And it's the 3-day wait and all that. Listen, I understand. You don't have to tell me. I understand. Okay. All right. Oh, is this good news? This might be some good news. I think this is good news. Okay. We back in it. Woo! Okay. Woo! Look, they had us going at first. I know y'all was feeling bad about Echo. I know. But I can tell y'all we got something good. We got something. Something I know y'all been waiting for. Spider-Man. Who don't like Spider-Man? Everybody likes Spider-Man. So having a new Spider-Man movie has got to be good news, right? Oh, yes. And y'all, not only is this good news, I think y'all will love the actor as well. Because I don't know about y'all, I watch Atlanta all the time. I haven't watched the newest season. That's on me. But I love Donald Glover. I love him. But I got a question. Who the hell is Hypno Hustler? Who is Hypno Hustler? Because Donald Glover is gonna star in, produce a Spider-Man movie based on the villain Hypno Hustler. Dear Sony, why? 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 What? I, I don't even know who this is. Y'all know I usually will have, like, I'm not saying I read every comic or nothing, but I have like a vague idea of somebody. I ain't never heard of this character in my life. Never. Let's read some details here, because I don't get it. So Glover is attached to star and produce. Okay, we got that. Miles Murphy, the son of Eddie Murphy, is on board to write the project, which has no title, but is said to revolve on the Hypno Hustler, one of the more obscure Spider-Man villains. Okay. The artist Frank Springer, Hypno Hustler, was very much a product of the disco music scene when he first appeared in Peter Parker's The Spectacular Spider-Man number 24 in 1978. His real name is Antoine Del Swan, the leader of a band called the Mercy Killers, and used hypnosis technology in his instruments on his audience in order to rob them. Okay, let me hold on. There's more. Hypno Hustler is not considered one of Spider-Man's top villains. You think? Boy, they get the obvious on this one. In fact, he regularly shows up on worst supervillain lists. But sources say Glover sparked to the musical aspect of the character and the fact that he has less Marvel canon baggage, freeing him to greater interpretations. The project could be anything from a disco period piece to a reimagined modern hip hop version, or even a cyberpunk future play. Adding to the spark was Murphy's take, whose details are being kept below the bass clef. So Sony just out here greenlighting anything. It's almost like Sony will take a comic book, flip the pages to page 17, find some little character in the background and be like, movie. Want 100 mil? Here you go. Movie. Just get a good actor, get a name actor, a random character that don't nobody know. Movie. Because They do have a history of getting good actors. Aaron Taylor Thomas, good actor who's playing Kraven the Hunter. Jared Leto, good actor playing Morbius. Ugh. Tom Hardy, Venom. They can get good actors. My question is just, why do they pick these terrible characters? Because, and I've told y'all this before, I don't understand, unless this is some backward deal with Marvel, maybe. I don't understand why they just don't do something with a different version of Spider-Man. Now, we already have the multiverse. You have Andrew Garfield at your disposal. You could do whatever. I've said one thing that they could totally do, especially if they're not dealing with multiverses or whatever, go in the future. Go to 2099. Grab Miguel Herrera. That we about to see him in Across the Spider-Verse. Grab him. Tell some stories with Spider-Man over there. But all these obscure characters and stuff. Listen. Good luck. And I wish nothing but the best for Donald Glover because I think the man is a genius. I think he is great. I feel like he just wanted to make this movie into another music video, you know. Maybe he's gonna pull a This Is America with this movie. I don't know. I can just hope. I can just hope that the level of genius that Donald Glover pulls for that he puts into Atlanta, his show, which by the way, you should be watching Atlanta on FX. If he can put an ounce of that genius into whatever the hell this is gonna be, I'll watch it. I'll go watch it. Just I don't know why this keeps happening. I don't like I'm finna just put in the application at Sony. Like real talk. I'm gonna go see if Sony is hiring, and I'm just gonna be like, do y'all need help? Because if this is a scream for help, like we will help you. Like just I feel like they would be better off just going online and just saying, "Hey y'all, what would y'all want us to do?" And just run a poll. Let the people just give you ideas for free. For free. And then you could really say we did it for the fans. And if it don't work, blame it on the fans. But this all right. Y'all gonna watch this new Donald Glover movie when it come out? What they call him? Dr. Hypnosis? What is it? Hypno Hippo? What? Hypno Hustler? Do you plan on watching Hypno Hustler? Let me know in the comments down below. Yikes. Antoinette, what you got? Hypnosis Hustler. I just got a black exploitation movie flashback. Yes, I do think that this is exactly black exploitation. I think this is maybe, I don't know. We just read that. We don't know if it's gonna be a modern day thing, if it's hit. I don't know. Like, is Spider-Man even gonna show up? I don't know. I don't know. But thank you, Antoinette, for that wonderful, wonderful contribution. I'm gonna say this. I'm going to be very intrigued at the trailer, even though Sony cuts a good trailer. They have cut a good trailer for their stuff. The problem is that the movies just don't always come through. So we will see. We will see. Didier, what you got? I'm hoping maybe Donald Glover will make this Spider-Man in Atlanta. Right. That's what, listen. That's the only thing I can hope for at this point. All I can hope for is that this man makes this thing so creative that we forget that maybe it's a Spider-Man movie at all, that is a spinoff. Maybe it's so out there, it'll feel like its own thing and be good. Maybe. We'll see. But thank you for that. It's got some stakes on it, I guess. I don't know. All right, let's move on. Whew. All right. Are we almost done with Marvel? No, we got one more in Marvel. Well, I don't know about y'all, but earlier this week we had Letitia Wright, aka Shuri from the Black Panther, the new Black Panther. She had some comments on the post-credit scene of Black Panther Wakanda Forever. She sat down for an interview with another actor, John Boyega. I'm pretty sure y'all recognize him and remember him. And during this conversation, or during this little interview, they were able to talk about her thoughts and her feelings about the post-credit scene and what it meant to her, and just give you a little bit more inside information or details on what happened, how it came about, etc. So I thought, this ain't like really a long clip or nothing. But let's go ahead and just kind of watch. It's like a minute and a half or something like that. Let's just kind of watch it and just kind of talk about it. So let's get ready. Okay. All right. Where is it at? Okay, there it is. So there we go. So yeah, let's just kind of go through it real quick. It's nothing too crazy, but just want to give some quick thoughts on what she had to say.
That post-credit scene for me is another extension of the ways in which we wanted to honor Chadwick, especially the role of T'Challa. And in the movie that Chadwick was written into before he passed, there is a journey of a father and son relationship.
Okay.
When reading this, I could sense that we had to find a way to just continue the legacy of T'Challa, of what T'Challa means to the world, especially to young Black men, but to also allow for this feeling of forward movement and like a rebirth, a renewal. And that scene messed me up. I remember when we auditioned Beautiful Divine.
How many kids did you audition?
Just two.
Just two.
So just real quick, in case you missed it, she just pretty much reconfirmed what Nate Moore told me in my last interview with him, where the original story for Black Panther 2 was always going to be about T'Challa. It was going to dig deeper into his psyche. And it was also going to be a story about him coming back from the blip and finding out that he actually had a son. And it was about him mourning. So he was going to have, grieving the loss of time. So the whole concept of losing time, mourning, and all that, it was always going to be a part of the story. But they were going to have T'Challa come back and meet this son, etc., etc. Now, I've already said, and I think I've been on record saying, I'm not a fan of the T'Challa Jr. thing, like the move. It is very low on the totem pole for me. But at the same time, what I found interesting, because this is not me trying to bash her, what I found interesting was what she ended up having to say here. Let me see if I can grab that clip. Hold on.
Of what T'Challa means to the world, especially to young Black men.
So I thought it was interesting to hear that, because one thing is, I've said the portrayal of T'Challa matters, right? And when I said that, I was saying, like, especially for the young boys and men that look up to him. Now, that does not mean that women or girls can't look up to him, but let's stop being disingenuous about that. Like, there are some people that act as though it's not natural for people of the same gender to look up to others of the same gender. That's just the majority of folks. Can it happen in other situations? Of course, but that's an exception. That's not the general way things happen. So I talked about that because it was not okay for me to take that positive male representation away. And I also talked about the quality of the roles, the quality. In other words, just because you throw some other black man on the screen as a supporting character, that's not going to fill the void. And that's not the same as removing a lead character from the screen. It's not the same thing. So the quality of the role is just as important as the quantity that we see on screen as well. And because I told y'all, like, would y'all feel it? Let's just throw this out to the sisters. Would you feel okay if they just put a bunch of black women, but they had no real speaking parts in the movie? No, that wouldn't be cool. And I wouldn't like that either, because there's value in the female representation that comes through in Black Panther Wakanda Forever. So giving that level of representation to just a couple supporting characters when we've already had a lead, we don't want to take things away. We want to build things up. So I'll give Letitia Wright some kudos for at least thinking about the young black men and what T'Challa means to them. Because a lot of people have talked about, well, there's an agenda and, this and this. And I told you, I don't like to subscribe to assigning agenda and motives to people, because I judge what people say and what they do, not what I assume. I don't do that. I'm not knocking. If y'all roll that way, do your thing. I don't like to do that, because I don't like it when people try to tell me that I have an agenda or that I'm trying to do something when I clearly tell y'all, no, I'm not, So anyway, kudos for her for at least understanding that black men needed T'Challa. Kudos to that. At the same time, it's a little disappointing that they also were not aware of the opposite. They weren't aware of like what the other actions also did. So it was like, hey, we got to think about black men. So here comes young T'Challa, Prince T'Challa. It's all good. Okay. But you didn't consider the fact that your hero, we're about to kill him off for the second, third time. Your hero is about to have their legacy and their story cut short. Your hero that we gave to you and, gave you hope and everything, we're taking them away. And I told y'all, I won't tell you who I talked to, but I told y'all when I spoke to somebody who was very close to the situation of the, let's just say of the situation, they didn't even consider putting the story during the blip. It's one thing if you considered it and you just said, nah, that won't make sense, or nah, we don't want to go in that direction. That's fine. I get that. But y'all didn't even think about that. So that just kind of lets me know that, like, maybe y'all just didn't think completely about everything. But to their credit, and I understand, just being one human to another, they were also doing all this stuff while grieving, while mourning. I'm not really expecting anyone to have a clear head during that time frame. But anyway, let me finish what she ended up having to say, and so we can wrap that up.
But to also allow for this feeling of forward movement and like a rebirth, a renewal. And that scene messed me up. I remember when we auditioned Beautiful Divine.
How many kids did you audition?
Just two.
Just two, okay.
They were both brilliant. And Divine came in and...
That's his name, Divine?
His name is Divine.
Wow.
We had a little little mohawk, little Chadwick mohawk. I was like,
Oh,
your mama know what you
No,
doing.
he slightly looked like Chad as well. I can't lie, yeah.
There was a sensitivity about him. And it was just this feeling in the room that this was the kid. This was him. And I remember I hugged him. I told him I loved him. And he did a good job. Little tears was running down his eyes. And he left. And I was just like, me and Letitia kept looking at each other like, this is the kid. And I looked at Nate and Ryan. I said, this is him. And that scene is beautiful because it represents what the future will be. It represents, the ways in which we can continue the role of T'Challa for future generations.
So that was how they envisioned continuing the role of T'Challa. It's just part of the frustration comes in the fact that we heard from the cast and crew that we can't see anybody else but Chadwick as T'Challa. As Nate Moore would say, that's not my friend. That's not Chadwick. But you did with the son to continue the legacy. What difference would it have been if it was a variant? I mean, what difference would it have made at that point if it was just a variant? I don't know. Like, I just wanted to give at least a little bit of credit. Just, that at least y'all thought about black men. Y'all thought about them. Okay. Yeah. How you went about it? But at least I guess the thought was there. I guess I don't know. And I'm not gonna be one of those toxic fans that are gonna like try and attack this young brother, Divine or whatever. Like, yo, shout out to the young kid. You know what I'm saying? I think I will hold out hope. I'm not expecting this, but I'm gonna hold out hope that they do hurry up and age him up. I mean, we're dealing with a lot of time travel and stuff like that, so anything is possible. But yeah, this was a very, very odd move for them, but I guess a compromise for some. Anywho, y'all let me know, what did you think about Letitia's comments, and how'd you feel about the fact that, hey, they tried to think about black men? I don't know. Y'all let me know. All right, let's move on. We got some more stuff we got to talk about. Let me tell you something. One thing y'all not gonna do is play with James Cameron. When I tell you, James Cameron, we've talked about this. James Cameron has come out. He's talked about comic book movies. James Cameron has come out and cussed people clean out for talking about his movies, for talking about, Avatar, whatever. James Cameron don't miss, and James Cameron don't play. We got that established, right? For the longest time, not only did y'all used to clown James Cameron because of how long Avatar was taking, we used to sit here and question, is Avatar 2 even real? Is it going to come out? All this stuff. We talked about the man for a while. I might have said a comment or two. I don't know. I don't remember. But one other thing that we also used to get on James Cameron about was one of his other top tier movies, and that was Titanic. Do y'all remember in Titanic, one of the biggest issues that people were having with that movie? Do y'all remember what it was? Do y'all remember? Hold on, let me help jog your memory now. Hold on, let me get it up here. Do y'all remember what the issue was with Titanic? Do y'all recall how so many people was coming at James Cameron like, man, Rose straight up bogus for not helping Jack. You knew good and well you had enough room on that raft plank or whatever to put Jack on there and save that man too. Rose just dirty, old and dirty. Well, I told y'all. Cameron had time today. Cameron did not have, he was not here for all the nonsense. And he's sick of y'all talking about Jack and Rose. He's sick of y'all. He's so sick. My man went and got CSI on all of y'all. James Cameron conducted a scientific study to prove Jack's Titanic death. Only one person could survive, says forensic analysis. Ooh-wee. Well, I tell you, he's sick of y'all. This man said, we have done a scientific study to put this whole thing to rest and to drive a stake through its heart once and for all. We have since done a thorough forensic analysis with a hypothermia expert who reproduced the raft from the movie, and we're going to do a little special on it that comes out in February. Hot damn. I didn't even read that part. I didn't know that. This man said, not only am I finna prove y'all wrong with science, I'm gonna put it on the TV for y'all so y'all can watch it. I'm gonna make this an ABC special. I'm gonna put this on prime time so y'all can know y'all gonna keep my movies out your mouth. Y'all not gonna talk about this. He said, shut up. He said, shut up talking about that Jack and Rose stuff. I'm done with this. And y'all gonna put, he gonna put them receipts on the screen. Who's more petty, James Cameron or Netflix? Let me know. I don't know. I've never seen. I've seen directors clap back. I've seen directors have little snide remarks here and there. I ain't never seen no director pull out the CSI and say, we gonna televise this just so y'all can shut up. Y'all better keep this man's name out your mouth. Y'all listen. Unless you getting you an Avatar 2 ticket, you better leave Cameron alone. Because he got the time. Woo. My goodness. Hold on. Let's see. He got some more. Let me see. Cameron continued. We took two stunt people who are the same body mass of Kate and Leo, and we put sensors all over them and inside them, and we put them in ice water, and we tested to see whether they could have survived through a variety of methods. And the answer was there was no way they both could have survived. Only one could survive. This man went and got new bodies, new fresh people, and put them in ice water. Why didn't you just put them in warm water? Why they got to be in ice water? What you mean inside the what? Sensor? Where you put these sensors? Where these sensors go? I just seen the sensors that stick on your head. What you doing? What else he say here? Jack needed to die, Cameron added. It's like Romeo and Juliet. It's a movie about love and sacrifice and mortality. The love is measured by the sacrifice. Maybe after 25 years, I won't have to deal with this anymore. He's so sick of y'all. He is so sick of y'all. Where'd you have the time to do all of this? You could have been working on Avatar 15, and you over here worried about Rose and Jack on a boat, hiring some stunt doubles, getting some ice cubes, putting them into some water just to shut people up. Why do you have so much time? I mean, I'm here for it. I think it's hilarious. I'm flabbergasted. I'm befuddled. I just don't understand. I'm dumbfounded. Who does this? Whew. Listen, y'all could try and play with him if you want to. I'm not. I ain't saying not one bad thing about him no more. Just nope. Not. So y'all let me know. How'd you feel about James Cameron telling all of y'all to stop playing with his movies? And that this Jack and Rose thing is done for him. And will you be tuning in for his special? I can't believe he gonna put this on TV. He gonna put this on for people to watch. Y'all gonna watch it? I'm gonna watch it. I'm gonna watch it just cause he's just like when I respect the petty. If you can go that far with your pettiness, I'm gonna give you 30 minutes. I'm gonna give you 30 minutes to watch whatever you're talking about. I have to, because this is nonsense. This is crazy. Y'all let me know how you feel about it, and if you are gonna watch, let me know. All right, let me scroll up, make sure I didn't miss anything. Okay, I didn't. All right. Okay. Well, here we go. Let's get into the DC stuff now. It's boy, we here now. If you smell. So y'all remember, not too long ago, I talked to you last week. We talked about how I think it was Variety or Deadline. It was Variety that reported, one of the outlets, excuse me. One of the outlets said that Black Adam was not going to make a profit in theaters. And not only was it not going to make a profit in theaters, but it was losing money for the studio, for the theatrical run, right? And right after that, I told y'all The Rock clapped back real fast. The Rock came back and was like, hold on, wait a minute. Black Adam's actually going to profit $50 million. Now, let's catch that little caveat. Variety said that you are not going to make a profit in your theatrical run, as in, ain't nobody paying enough ticket money for you to make your profit. Dwayne The Rock Johnson came back and was like, we gonna make 50 billion in profit. But he started talking about being number one on iTunes. I told y'all, don't know who brags on iTunes for movies. So when all of that stuff was said, now another report came out, and apparently somebody is cooking something a little spoiled. I don't know. I don't know if y'all can smell whatever he's cooking, but apparently The Rock leaked misleading Black Adam profits to the press. Yikes. Misleading. So I told y'all, another report was released to Deadline, which Johnson quickly supported in an effort to assure people that the film will turn a profit. New information has been released on the conflicting reports. Puck's Matt Bellani revealed in a newsletter that Team Dwayne Johnson leaked the story to Deadline, according to several Warner executives. The report, which Bellani called filled with false assumptions, indicated Black Adam is turning a profit of about 52 to 72 million. All revenue factors, video on demand, Blu-ray, etc., were taken into account. Bellani went on to call this one of the sillier trade stories of all time and doubts that the film will reach the home entertainment numbers Johnson is expecting. The industry insider also shared his belief that the 100 million global marketing figure provided was misleading. He finalizes his Black Adam discussion with the fact that nearly all movies of this size will ultimately pencil out, but that won't mean it's considered a worthwhile movie. So y'all saying The Rock out here cooking the books? Yikes. Yikes. Now let me be very, very clear. Very clear. I'm a fan of The Rock. I grew up with The Rock. Like, listen, I'm the Rocky Maivia fan of The Rock. Okay, back when he was wearing the light blue and everything, and had the little high top fade and all that with the Jerry curl. That's how far back I go with The Rock. This ain't a good look. This ain't a good look. One man out here cooking the books, you know. And don't get me wrong, he is one of the best promoters and marketers out there. But this ain't it. And unfortunately, this ain't all for The Rock. It's not a good week. Let's just say it's not a good week. It's not a good week. So we know Black Adam is supposed to be a movie, or I'm sorry, Black Adam and Shazam have their connection, right? And in the comics, Black Adam was pretty much a villain for Shazam. Now, I've told y'all before that according to the interview from The Rock, the initial pitch was to have The Rock premiere in Shazam, right? And The Rock was like, nah, Black Adam, he ain't no side character. He is, but he got to have his own movie. And you know what? I get it. Rock want to have his own time. He want to get the shine. He's been working hard to get this movie for like 15 years. I totally understand. He wants that shine. Okay. Now, in my opinion, I think that you should have teased him in Shazam, the first movie. You should have had him just clean the floor with Shazam, and people be like, yo, who's that? Yo, what is that? What is going on? Oh my God, The Rock, lose their mind, and then build up a solo Black Adam movie. But Rock was like, nah, we gonna kick it off just like this. I don't want nothing to do with Shazam. So then the other option is, well, what about Shazam 2? Because that would make sense too, right? According to The Rock, or reports, Rock refused a Shazam 2 cameo. Refused. So according to this, you know, Humberto Gonzalez, that's another insider, really connected with DC and all that. Rock passed on doing a cameo in Shazam 2 when he was asked. Man, I have to say, I don't think that this was a wise decision. That was just not, it was not smart, in my opinion. I totally understand why The Rock wants to do what he wants to do. And we're not getting into the James Gunn stuff yet. We're not doing any of that. Not yet. But The Rock tried to strong arm his way into DC, and the whole power of hierarchy is going to change, hierarchy of power and all that. He tried, and I understand where he was going for it, but in my opinion, he was always biting off more than he could chew, right? Because Black Adam is not that well known of a character. You're talking about a supporting character of a supporting character. Shazam is not even that well known as a character. Shazam got lucky that Shazam made whatever money that it made. And for whatever reason, I have no idea. I'm like, the smarter play would have been jump in on that and use that as a springboard to help elevate this really, really unknown character. It worked for him in Fast and the Furious, because in, what was it, Fast 4, I think, at the end, that's when they teased Hobbs and people were like, oh my God, The Rock and Fast and Furious, and and what happened? He got featured in Fast 5 or 6 or whatever, and it was great. It was great. So I'm sitting here thinking, like, what is the problem with you cameoing and just using something else as a springboard? You can still have your Black Adam movie, but at least you can give people that taste and feed off of the traction that Shazam already got built up. And Shazam's not even a huge household name. It's not a huge blockbuster film. But if I'm not mistaken, I think Shazam made way more money than Black Adam did. I think Rock was teased in the post-credit scene of Fast 4. I think it was 4, maybe it was 5. The movies run together, but it was in a post-credit scene that they showed The Rock. Anyway, so this is not great. It's not great. Black Adam, I'm not gonna say Black Adam flopped. I'm not gonna say that it bombed, but Black Adam, I think, certainly underperformed. Black Adam did not do what it should have done with the stardom that comes along with The Rock. The Rock can take a movie that's not even connected to an IP and still make it make, $3, $4, $5 million, $100 million. But you got a whole movie where you literally brought back one of the fan favorite Superman and you still struggling to crack 400 million. And your budget support, according to these reports, was ridiculous, especially with the marketing. It's not a good look. It's not a good look. So, and I've told y'all this too. I'm pretty sure I'm on record saying this. As much as I am a fan of The Rock, and as much as I went into Black Adam, and I liked it, like I gave it a 7 out of 10. Like I liked it. It was all right. I don't have the most confidence in his production company because the things that get produced, in my opinion, could be better. Let's just say that. I think that a lot of the things that come from his $7 production and all that, I think a lot of those things could be better. And I think a lot of them sacrifice good writing for cheesy one-liners, one little, the nice little trailer shots, rather than really developing quality stories. And I say that as a constructive criticism. I'm not a hater. I've watched all of The Rock's movies. I just think that there's a lot of room for improvement. And I think that Black Adam was a little bit too much for him to chew. I think he bit off too much there. So it's not a good look for The Rock right now in the world of DC. Again, we'll talk about James Gunn and all that. We have no idea, by the way, just so everybody knows, we have no idea what the future of Black Adam is in the DCU. There's been no news about it. We don't know if it's canceled. We don't know if it's moving forward. We don't know anything. We don't even know if it's in the same universe. Like, we just don't know. But it is what it is. So y'all let me know how you feeling about the Black Adam news. How you feeling about the fact that The Rock turned down the appearance in Shazam 2. Let me know your thoughts in the comments. All right. Let's go. Didier, Rocky ain't no accountant. Why are people going to him for the numbers in the first place? Well, when you the face of the franchise, this kind of comes with the territory. Like he made a whole post about it. Like he posted about this on his social media. So, the same way that we give Rock all the praise when his stuff is successful, he got to take you got to take the highs with the lows, and I'm sorry, but like, this is kind of a L for The Rock. I wouldn't say it's a capital L. I'd say it's a lowercase L, but it's an L. It's an L. This is not what they expected. Now he's gonna massage it, flip it, turn it sideways, and make it sound real, shine it up real good and make it sound real, better than it is. But this underperformed. This is not what I think people were hoping for. I don't think it's what he was hoping for. And I believe in The Rock. I think that The Rock, in better hands, could have done more. But like I said, I have my concerns about the stuff that gets produced. But no, he's gonna have to take that blame the same way he's gonna take the praise when he hits something out the park. It happens. Howard, what you got? Rock never accepted that his whole role was literally evil Shazam. He tried to make it something else. Goofy. Yeah, I mean, that was also one of my issues with the movie, was the fact that he never really went full anti-hero, but I don't even think he's like more of an anti-hero. Like, he's an anti-hero to his people, but he's also an anti-villain to everyone else. In other words, he's not a full-on villain like, I'm just gonna try and take over the world. Ha ha ha. He's more like, yo, I don't care about none of y'all. Unless you with my people, like, I don't care about none of y'all. I'm gonna blow up your stuff. I'm gonna destroy this. I don't care. It's almost like Namor, and it's almost like Dr. Doom. Both of them, Namor, Dr. Doom, they are anti-heroes to their people. They are kind of like, okay, you are that guy that's going to get the job done. It might not be pretty, but you're going to get the job done and you got our people's back. But when it comes to the outside world looking in, oh, that's an anti-villain. You're not a real villain because, sometimes you might do some good things for the right reasons, but you a villain in the way you go about it. And I don't think he played that card up right, because he wanted to be more hero than anti-villain. Oh, okay, he killed somebody. So, y'all know how many people Steve Rogers has killed? Steve Rogers, Captain America, has been to war. My man will shoot. Go watch Captain America: The First Avenger again. Go watch. My man had a whole Glock, just pop, 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 pop. Had a whole 38, pop, 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 pop. Just out there shooting, killing people. Steve Rogers wasn't asking no questions. He was killing folks. That was the American way. And he the symbol of America. He the icon. Anyway, thank you, Howard. I appreciate y'all. Didier, back at it. This would be like Carnage not wanting to be a cameo in a Venom movie. Yes. 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 That's exactly it. And there's no way. I mean, first of all, that Carnage movie was trash. Like, I forgot about that. Oh my gosh. But anyway, yeah, that's a perfect example. Perfect. What up? Corduroy, what you got? Underperform, yes, but not having the overseas release in China hurts its performance. It does. No, that is for sure. Wait, no, I could have sworn I thought Black Adam did get China. Hold on. Let me see. Oh no, it was unlikely. Okay. I could have sworn it did. Oh, yeah, it got banned. Dang. Well, that definitely hurt. Yep, good point. Yeah, no, listen, that hurt, but I don't know. I mean, I'm still under the impression that Black Adam should have made at least $5 to $6 million, $100 million at least. Now, if they had China, I would have seen it making 700 million, maybe 8, but yeah, I don't know. But it definitely underperformed for what it did. But thank you for that. Nelson, saw a post about The Rock. I'm following Black Adam and WB. Yeah, I saw that also. I wasn't about to sit here and go look through all hundreds of people he followed to see it. I looked on Twitter, he still was following WB and whatever. But my thing at this point is like, I don't care. Like if he don't follow them, so what? So what? If he don't follow, okay, let's just go with it, right? If he stopped following them, what's that mean? No more Black Adam? Anybody losing sleep? Anybody going on a hunger strike? Y'all rioting if y'all don't get another Black Adam? I'm good. I'm just saying. I'm not listen, I'm not going to have an issue if The Rock is done with Black Adam because he didn't like how business went down. I'm happy for The Rock that he had the opportunity to go ahead and make his dream come true. He wanted to play this role for a long time, and that's great. But if he's not involved, well, here's the thing. If he's not involved, they could still do JSA. They could still do other spinoffs. They and I say this respectfully, they don't need him. They don't need The Rock. Okay. Now, could they use The Rock? Would that be a great partnership to have again? Absolutely. Because, like I said, I think that in the right hands with the right storytelling, my goodness, The Rock in DC could be a fantastic thing. But if he don't want to play, because hey, I get it. This did not work out the way that he thought. Oh well. And here's the other thing. Black Adam, just like with any other character, don't live and die with The Rock. Somebody else can play that role. And we'll be fine. I love the fact that The Rock plays Black Adam. But he's not the say-all, end-all. No actors, none, are above the characters and stories that they play. There are some actors that are going to be iconic and legendary. So, perfect example, Sylvester Stallone in Rocky. Man, for our generation, for anybody that's watched a Rocky movie, that's Rocky. 20, 30, 40 years from now, there might be somebody else who's a better Rocky than Stallone. We might not believe it. We might be in our senior citizen homes, or whatever, and we might be like, ain't nobody better than Stallone, But for a new generation, somebody else could be an even better Rocky. We don't know. For a long time, we didn't think nobody was going to be better than Jack Nicholson as Joker. And then 20, 30 years later, a guy named Heath Ledger came around and blew that out the water. So, I ain't losing no sleep if Rock don't want to be Black Adam no more. I wish him the best. I hope he comes back. I wish he would work things out. I'm here for it. But I ain't finna say, look, I am not going to. I will fight, as I've already shown y'all. I will fight for characters and their stories. I ain't fighting for actors. Not like that. I will fight for actors to get jobs, to be represented. That's great. I love the fact that they get opportunities. But this idea that only one actor can only do this, and you can miss that. Miss me with that. People will get over it. But anyway, let me know what y'all think about The Rock, Shazam, and all that good stuff. Woo! Okay, let's go through. We gotta push it here. We had a potential Batman update. So this news had came out. And this was a variety story that came out. And one of the things that this story, the main thing that this story was talking about was what's gonna happen with James Gunn and Peter Safran and Batman and all this stuff. Because as y'all know, DC got all these loose pieces all around, right? You got the Joker movie over there with Harley Quinn and all that. Then you got Robert Pattinson and Matt Reeves Batman over there. Then you got the DCEU still dangling around. Then you got Black Adam and Superman over there. What's going on? What are people doing? Then you got Ben Affleck supposedly coming in the Flash movie with Michael Keaton. And, man, you got all these dangling pieces, and nothing makes sense. And nothing is connecting. Nobody knows what works. What nobody can follow the stories. It's a mess. Okay, DC is a mess. And one of the biggest messes is, of course, Batman, because you literally have 3 Batman running around with Michael Keaton, Ben Affleck, and now Robert Pattinson. You got a lot of Batman problems. Okay. So this article from Variety ended up saying that potentially Robert Pattinson's Batman is on deck, and that potentially that he was going to cross over with Gunn's new agenda. So here's what it said. A well-placed source says Gunn and Safran are exploring the possibility of incorporating filmmaker Matt Reeves' iteration of Batman with actor Robert Pattinson into their wider universe. After this story was published, Gunn tweeted it was entirely untrue that he and Safran are considering including Pattinson's Batman in their DC universe. All right. So I'll say this. First of all, I love the fact that Gunn is so transparent with the decision making that is made. I like that, right? I like the fact that rather than having people sit around and deal with certain news, he'll just be like, nope, that's not true. Or yes, this is true, or whatever. Now, this can be a blessing and a curse because sometimes you could talk too much. And if you talk too much, like, well, we're going to get into how much he talks a little too much sometimes. But he did go ahead and debunk this. And here's what he ended up saying here. He said, there are a few reporters that I love more than Adam. Truly a good guy, but in this case, he needs to get a news source as this is entirely untrue. All right. So let's just go. First of all, let me just entertain this as if it were true. I don't really want Robert Pattinson's Batman as the main Batman. And that's not to say that I don't like his Batman. I'm just not won over by his Batman for a shared universe. But let me explain. If you watch the Batman movie, the way that this version of Batman was presented was, he's the detective and, but he's also like this emo young guy who's, into race car driving and all this, reckless thrill seeking and stuff, like whatever. So for me, I'm like, Pattinson's Batman needs to develop. He's only been in the role for like a year, right? And one of the reasons why I'm a little apprehensive about having him roll into the main story of whatever it is, whatever it's going to be, I'm very apprehensive about having this version, Pattinson's Batman, deal with aliens. Having him deal with the fact that Amazons, Green Lanterns, Wonder Women exist, like all these different things, because this dude barely can handle his own city. He barely can handle himself. Okay. So for me, I'm just like, yo, if we're ever going to get in a shared universe where there is a Batman and there is a Superman, and I'm not saying they have to, that they have to be buddy, and I'm not saying none of that. What I'm saying is that you have to give these characters time to develop and to mature, because your top 3 are going to they're going to dictate the direction for everything else. You can't have a rookie Batman and then potentially do a Justice League movie. That's going to be like, either you're going to rush things or it's just not going to be as great. Same thing with Superman. Whatever Superman y'all want to do, like, especially if this is going to be the main timeline, the main story that eventually is going to give us the Trinity or the Justice League, you got to give me some seasoned vets. You got to give me a Superman. He ain't got to be in his prime, but Superman ain't sitting here being all mopey because he feel like an outsider. You got to give me a Batman that's like, oh, that's a Martian over there. Oh yeah, them Green Lanterns. I got some rings back there that's gonna depower them. Oh, Superman. Yeah, we cool. I got my kryptonite though. You know what I'm saying? Like, I need these people to be on point. I need Wonder Woman to be like I will beat all y'all up. You know what I'm saying? So I'm hoping that, and here's the other thing. Here's the one other point. I want Matt Reeves to finish telling whatever his story is, because his story, which is going to have its own little series, he's going to have a TV series and stuff with the Penguin and all that. It seems very grounded, and that's fine. His stuff is very grounded. It's very, like practical. I can't imagine, and I'm not saying it's not possible. I'm just saying I don't think it fits with what Matt Reeves is doing, that now all of a sudden you're going to add superpowered people and aliens and all this other stuff in his world. So for me, I'm like, maybe we should leave Robert Pattinson's stuff and Matt Reeves stuff on the side. I think we are sophisticated enough to be like, you know what? We got Reeves stuff over there and we got the main DCU over there. I don't think people going to really care for, oh, well, there's too many Batman. Man, y'all been dealing with 15 Batman already. Y'all got all these Batman running around and y'all been fine. It's a mess, but y'all been fine. So, I mean, Ben Affleck's Batman is still around. And we just saw Robert Pattinson's Batman doing his thing. Ain't nobody confused. Everybody understand that that's that whole universe and whatever the hell's going on over there. But we understand it's separate. So, yes, James Gunn has dispelled this. Okay, great. Let's move on from that. So he has dispelled this. And we'll go with that for now. Now, if we're talking about Batman, of course, we also got to talk about Wonder Woman. Last week, we talked about how Patty Jenkins, there was a report where she was saying that, man, this is a whole lot of petty going on. There was a report about Patty Jenkins going out there, having a disagreement with WB and sending them the link to a Wikipedia article of what character arc means, because they wanted to go in a different direction. They did not, they wanted to do something else. All right. So with that, the articles have been going out, and a lot of people was like, yo, Patty Jenkins is tripping. I mean, I said it. I was like, look, I respect the fact that she got a vision and she want to do whatever she want to do, but listen, Wonder Woman ain't finna live or die with you. Like, we gonna get our Wonder Woman with or without you, one way or another. Now, because all this stuff was coming out, all this stuff was happening, she was actually prompted to give an update. And she set the record straight. So here's what Patty Jenkins came out and said. And by the way, James Gunn did reply and say that, like, yo, the meeting with me and Peter and her, they've been all pleasant and professional. Okay, so ain't no beef between them. Now, this is what Patty Jenkins had to say about what was going on. She says, sigh. And this is a long letter, so I'm just reading the highlights from it. She says, sigh. I'm not one to talk about private career matters, but I will not allow inaccuracies to continue. Here are the facts. 1, originally, I left Rogue Squadron after a long and productive development process when it became clear it couldn't happen soon enough, and I did not want to delay Wonder Woman 3 any further. When I did, Lucasfilm asked me to consider coming back to Rogue Squadron after Wonder Woman 3, which I was honored to do, so I agreed. They made a new deal with me. In fact, I am still on it, and the project has been in active development ever since. I don't know if it will happen or not. We never do until the development process is complete, but I look forward to its potential ahead. Now, first and foremost, let's just kind of make this clear. We were talking about Wonder Woman, but she had to bring up Rogue Squadron. Now, I think that she wants to kind of bring this up because she was getting a bad rep for potentially being a problem or potentially being difficult to work with when it came to Rogue Squadron. And unfortunately, this is a problem that happens with women in the film industry. If you talk back or do this or do that, you're considered difficult and you get like a nasty stigma and people don't want to work with you. So I can understand her saying, hey, let me set the record straight. Rogue Squadron is cool. I'm still on it. We doing our thing. And we'll just see what happens. So I think that's where she's going with this. And I understand. But let's get to the Wonder Woman part. She then continues, says, when there started being backlash about Wonder Woman 3 not happening, the attractive clickbait false story that it was me that killed it or walked away started to spread. This is simply not true. I never walked away. I was open to considering anything asked of me. It was my understanding there was nothing I could do to move anything forward at this time. DC is obviously buried in changes they are having to make. So I understand these decisions are difficult right now. All right. So, you know what? Like I said, this is a very long thing. If you're interested, you can go read it on her Twitter. And like I said, James Gunn did go ahead and back her up and was like, yo, like, you speaking the truth here, and I got your back. So, by the way, shout out to James Gunn because he didn't have to do that. He could have been quiet, but shout out to him for doing that because unfortunately, we know trolls on the internet can be pretty sexist and stuff and unfair. So I like the fact that she set the record straight. Now you don't have to believe her. I believe her, because I'm like, why would you come out of nowhere just to talk about this? But because one of the criticisms that I had earlier, at least going off of the report, was what do you mean you can't budge? What do you mean you can't rewrite things? Like, because I was like, yo, you could take a character arc and just put it in a different setting, a different story, or something like that, But it sounds like from what she said, that she's perfectly willing to change. She's perfectly willing to do something else. However, WB don't know what they're doing yet. WB is not in the position to do anything yet. So at this point, it makes total sense that she's like, look, they don't even know what they want to do yet. And I clearly was going to go over here, but they don't even want to move. I was going to go right, but they don't want to move. So I'm like, okay, cool. I'm going to put the car in park and I'm going to wait. Okay, cool. Because, we still have to wait to hear what this 10-year plan is anyway. So I'm just, so when it comes to Wonder Woman, yes, Wonder Woman 3 is canceled, delayed, however you want to put it. It's on ice, but it's not because of Patty Jenkins. It's because WB Discovery don't know what they want to do yet. And Gunn and Safran have to let that be known. So now that we have that information, how do you feel about the future of Wonder Woman? Are you optimistic? Are you looking forward to it? Are you like excited? Let me know your thoughts in the comments. Oh yeah, and also let me know if y'all want to see Batman in the main, if y'all want to see Pattinson's Batman too, in the main one, or if you want to keep it separate, let me know that too. Rabia, oh my gosh, Rabia, what happened to your comment? I'm gonna see if I can find it, but thank you so much for it. Let me see if I can find it. Wait. Oh, nope, did I miss it? Okay, no. Wait, there we go. Prayers for all. My hubby is going through radiation and doing well. Praise God. Oh my gosh. Thank you so much for the update, and thank you for the contribution. Hopefully the hubby comes through and for with a full recovery on that. Thank you so much. All right. What else do we have? Okay, so now we can start getting into some of the meat and potatoes of a lot of this drama. And boy, is this a lot. I don't even know where to start. Do I start here? Do I start there? It's like 50 different things. It's so many different things. Okay. I think I'm gonna just start there, and we're just gonna have to try and piece this together because this is a mess. I'm not gonna lie. This is a lot of this stuff is a mess. News was dropping left and right. James Gunn said this. Henry Cavill said this. This, blah, 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 all this stuff. All right. So let's start off with James Gunn's comments. He said, Peter and I have a DC slate ready to go, which we couldn't be more over the moon about. We'll be able to share some exciting information about our first projects at the beginning of the new year. Okay, so first and foremost, nobody knows nothing, and we have to wait. Okay, fine. He goes on to say, among those on the slate is Superman. In the initial stages, our story will be focusing on an earlier part of Superman's life, so the character will not be played by Henry Cavill. Woo! Okay. No, wait. Let me get this other part. It also said, but we just had a great meeting with Henry, and we're big fans, and we talked about a number of exciting possibilities to work together in the future. All right. So he goes on to also talk about let's kind of get all of this. He says somebody asked him, are you writing, directing? He says, I am writing and have been for a while. We don't know who's directing it yet. We don't know. And it is not an origin movie at all, according to him. Okay. So James Gunn said that he just had a meeting with Henry Cavill and all of that. So now we can kind of get into like what's going on with Henry Cavill. So Gunn has basically said, like, yo, we about to do a story with a younger Superman. And if we're doing a story with a younger Superman, it's not going to be Henry Cavill. Okay. I think that we have already suspected. I mean, there were rumors about this a long time ago that they wanted to do a young Superman anyway, because they want somebody that can grow with the role for 10 years. Now, personally, I still think that Henry Cavill is a good looking guy and he doesn't look old. He doesn't look his age. And, like y'all could have kept going with it. But again, this depends on what they're trying to do. We don't know the full picture also, right? Like, I don't know how young do you want them to look? Like how, like what Noah Centino or whatever, like, do you want him to look like a 24-year-old? Like, is that what we're trying to do? I don't know. But he said that they had a conversation with Henry Cavill. And Henry Cavill did respond. And let's not forget, Henry Cavill just got done. He just got done after Black Adam coming out and making an entire video saying, I'm back. Like, yo, I'm back as Superman. Now, some people are saying he meant just for Black Adam. Maybe. Some people were thinking he meant for the rest of the DCU. Maybe. But it sucks that he went out of his way to get fans excited and say he was back, only to go back on his social media and post the complete opposite. And I'll read some of it here. I've just had a meeting with James Gunn and Peter Safran, and it's sad news, everyone. I will, after all, not be returning as Superman. After being told by the studio to announce my return back in October, so the studio told him this, prior to their hire, this news isn't the easiest, but that's life. The changing of the guard is something that happens. I respect that. James and Peter have a universe to build. I wish them all and all involved with the new universe the best of luck and happiest of fortunes. And then, of course, he goes and says thank you to the fans, etc., etc. So I think the key thing here, because there were two things that kind of stood out to me. One, I told y'all this was a bad week for The Rock. Man, this makes The Rock look bad. It sucks. And I could totally see this being embarrassing, not just for Henry Cavill, but also for The Rock. Not one of the biggest people out there. He literally spoiled the cameo. The Rock literally spoiled the cameo because, in fairness to him, he really wanted to do something for the fans. He really wanted to give something back to the fans. Now, there is something else to understand here. Because James Gunn actually responded to the Black Adam controversy, right? And he reacted to the messy Black Adam situation. And, a fan asked Gunn if it was true that WB strung Henry Cavill along just to get him to bump up the numbers on Black Adam. And this is right after Henry Cavill left Netflix's The Witcher, and he left that role. And Gunn explained that, look, everything with Black Adam was before he took on that position, indicating that Cavill was already part of that project before the transition of power. And Cavill would have to leave. A lot of people were thinking like, we have to see Cavill leave his role in The Witcher to come play Superman, only to find out that he's not going to be playing Superman anymore. And Gunn clarified that claim, noting those things had nothing to do with each other. So in other words, Henry Cavill leaving The Witcher had nothing to do with coming back to DC as Superman. That was not, if anything, it was just more of a coincidence. And again, Gunn was not hired, nor was he in a position of power when the whole Black Adam thing happened. And let's also not forget that The Rock went behind the backs of the former executives at WB to get Superman in there. So, in other words, the terrible regime at WB, they didn't even want to do a Superman thing. They were just dumb. Let's be honest, they were dumb. They waited 9-something years and they didn't have a Superman movie yet. Whatever. The Rock was like, okay, y'all are dumb. I'm about to go get him because I got Zaslav here. Zaslav, I'm The Rock. I can get you Henry Cavill. Let's make this money. Zaslav was like, all right, cool, bet, do your thing, whatever. And I don't know if it was Zaslav. It might have been Mike DeLuca or whoever else was in there. But they were like, all right, go ahead. The new regime was like, yo, forget it. Go ahead and do this thing. Then the new regime was like, oh my God, DC is a whole mess. We don't know what we're doing. We got The Rock over here. We got Matt Reeves over there. We got the Joker over there. Yo, we need help. And DC was like, you know what? We need Gunn and Safran. This is after The Rock already had his thing going on. So a lot of these things look like they were happening at the same time because we were getting the reports one after the other. So in our minds, we think that these things are happening in real time. A lot of times we see a report and be like, dang, Henry Cavill left The Witcher today. Because I got this article today, that's when Henry Cavill left The Witcher. That's not how that works, right? So when Gunn says that these things don't have anything to do with one another, it's more than likely true. These are deals that were made in like August, October, whatever, and we're just finding out about it. Okay? So yeah, thank you for that. That right. Correlation is not causation. Just because these things correlate does not mean one cause the other. Thank you for that. Yes. So, I'm not going to blame James Gunn for Henry Cavill walking away from The Witcher or whatever, because to be honest, The Witcher's numbers were going down anyway. He said that they were having creative differences. Maybe he wanted to go a certain direction with The Witcher, and maybe the producers didn't. Listen, they decided to go with Liam Hemsworth. Y'all really think that The Witcher is about to go up? Y'all think they upgraded The Witcher? Most people only watch The Witcher because of Henry Cavill. And even that was not enough to save season 2's ratings. But then they said, let's go get Liam Hemsworth. Okay. So, based off of what Gunn ended up saying, we got more reports and more stuff that came from all of that. So now we know that Gunn is writing the Superman movie. Okay. Not only is he writing the movie, but we found out. There were some other things that we also found out here. So, in addition to Cavill, they recently met with Batman actor Ben Affleck. So that was actually part of his other thing here. Let's see, where was it? Okay. So somebody asked, "Hey, could Ben Affleck direct the movie?" And Gunn said, "Hey, met with Ben yesterday precisely because he wants to direct, and we want him to direct. We just have to find the right project." Okay, cool. So, according to this report, in addition to Cavill, they recently met with Batman actor Ben Affleck to discuss the possibility of him directing for them in the future. According to sources familiar with the conversation, no deal is in place for Affleck to helm a DC feature at this stage. They also had conversations with filmmaker Patty Jenkins, who will no longer be moving forward with the third Wonder Woman film. Now, again, that does not mean that she won't do a Wonder Woman movie, but that specific film, that's not going to happen. Now, somebody had asked earlier about what's going on with Black Superman. So, according to this report, they said that let's see, according to the Hollywood Reporter, Gunn's new movie is said not to have an impact on the Black Superman film that's being written by Ta-Nehisi Coates and produced by J.J. Abrams. They say that Coates is still working on the script. So that's it right here. So yeah, I guess we're still gonna get that Black Superman. We have no idea what it is, what it's gonna be about. To be honest with you, this still sounds messy. You know, like what did I just say? You got Matt Reeves over there, you got Black Adam over there, and now you trying to do something else. You're gonna make another Superman movie here with, and then you about to do a Black Superman. And what are you doing? What's happening? What is happening here? Okay, so then let's see what else, because I'm sure there's more stuff, of course. So we got that. We got that. So more about Cavill. He is not, for those wondering, he is not going to return to The Witcher despite his Superman exit, and even though fans have wanted that. Variety has confirmed that The Witcher Season 4 is moving forward unchanged, meaning Liam Hemsworth will star as Geralt of Rivia. Cavill played the part for 3 seasons, but he confirmed his exit from the series in October, shortly after announcing his return to Superman in Warner Brothers' DC Universe. With Cavill's Superman run officially over, fans were left wondering if he'd return to The Witcher. That won't be the case. Insiders told Variety that Gunn's script is going to focus on Superman's life as a cub reporter. In the fictional city of Metropolis, audiences will encounter him meeting key characters like colleague Lois Lane. Because Gunn's Superman is younger, there was never a chance of Cavill playing the role. So let me just kind of say this. I have not really been the biggest Superman fan. That does not mean I hate Superman. It's just that I've always believed that Superman has not had the greatest stories. He does have some really good stories. We just have yet to see them on screen. And let me just say that I am tired. I'm so tired of seeing Superman coming to Earth, being a baby, growing up, discovering his powers, becoming a reporter, falling in love with Lois. I'm so yo, we've been here. There's a whole series called Smallville. We had a whole TV series called Lois and Clark. We had the Richard Donner films already. Yo, I'm so tired of those stories. If you're going to give me a Superman story, and I still say that Zack Snyder, my biggest issue with him and Superman was the fact that he wasted a great Superman story with the death of Superman. He wasted that by putting that in like 20 minutes. That is a story that should be its own movie, and it should be like the Superman 3. It should be the third version. But when I tell you, I'm so tired of these Superman stories because it limits the character. And I don't care about him being a young reporter. Like, bro, I'm so tired. And if you ever watched, and I would strongly encourage this, y'all know how Batman the Animated Series was like really dope. One of the best stories I recall that renewed my faith in Superman stories was Superman the Animated Series. And then later on, the Justice League Animated Series. Because those series, shout out to Bruce Timm, those series started to make me realize, like, yo, Superman got all them series. What? Why can't we have a story with Superman? Oh, and by the way, let me also say this. I don't care about Brainiac. I really don't. I don't care about Superman fighting the same enemies every time. If it ain't Lex Luthor, it's Brainiac. Yo, do you know how many villains he has that y'all could use? Y'all could use Lobo. Let me give y'all a free pitch. Oh man, I know I ain't finna get paid for this. Let me give you a free pitch. You jump into Metropolis. Superman is a seasoned vet. He's already a reporter. He ain't no cub reporter. He a reporter. He been Superman for a minute. My man's even been out there in space, right? Doing all this stuff. All of a sudden, you see an object coming to Earth, and you have no idea what it is, and people are freaking out. So what happens? The president calls up Superman on the hotline and says, yo, Soups, you got to go check this out, man. This is crazy. Soup goes straight up into space and gets whooped. What? He gets knocked right back down to Earth. What is going on? Who is knocking out Soups? What's happening? Lobo. Lobo comes through, played by Jason Momoa, and whoops Superman's tail like no other. Superman ain't never seen this coming. He ain't never experienced nobody being as strong and as ruthless as Lobo. So now Lobo captures Superman and takes him back to space. Why? Because Lobo is a bounty hunter. Lobo has to be hired by somebody. Who has hired Lobo to capture the Man of Steel? Ooh, well, let me tell you this. This is how you end the first movie. You end the first movie by Mongol showing up. Who is Mongol? Now, Mongol is kind of like, let's just say, a war planet. He is Thanos at home. We got Thanos at home. That's who Mongol is, okay? But let me tell you something. There was a story in the animated series with Superman where he went against Mongol. I'd encourage you to just look this up on YouTube. Just look up Superman versus Mongol. And when Mongol did, Mongol put Superman under like a trance. He put him in this mind control thing that gave Superman the appearance, the thought that he was back on Krypton, that he was back with his family, that he had his own little Kryptonian babies and everything. And when I tell you, this is how I would start off the new movie. I wouldn't even show nothing. I would just show Superman on Krypton. He's living his life. Everything is all good. And people are just wondering, like, how did we get here? I thought this was a sequel. And then later on, Superman slowly throughout the whole movie starts to realize, like, wait a minute, this ain't real. None of this is actually real. And the more he starts to mentally fight through this stuff, he breaks the control of what's going on and realizes that he's actually on like a battle world. He realizes that he's actually a slave for Mongols entertainment, and he's just like basically fighting or whatever. Now, of course, he's gonna break free, whatever. But man, when I tell you, Superman is pissed at Mongol because you just gave me all this hope. You just gave me all these beautiful fantasies, and they were lies. Superman snaps. Now, here's the thing. Mongol ain't no joke. The same way Hulk got his butt whooped by Thanos, Mongol could take Superman. But after you make him just that mad, again, I tell y'all, go look it up. Go look at this. Is the first time I ever saw Superman get pissed off. This is the first time Superman was like, it's over. Let's go. Put up them paws. Superman he busted this dude's face, and you couldn't even recognize Mongol's face because that's how mad Superman was. Give me that story. Give me that story where you give me a Superman that is not challenged by his strength alone. Of course, we got to have him throw some hands, but you also have to make him have a mental challenge that's more than just society don't like me. I'm a foreigner. What do I do? Give me a Superman story where I see Superman take it to another level. Give me that. Give me that. Anywho, that's what I would like. That's what I would like if you were to tell me we about to do a new Superman story and it's not going to be like anything we've seen before. Let me have it. Please. Please. There's another story I got, but I ain't about to get into that. All right, we ain't gonna do that. I would just encourage y'all to. Now, I just compiled like 4 or 5 different stories and put them together, but these are the possibilities that I got just from the cartoons. If I can get this little stuff from the cartoons, what can these other people that are getting paid billions of dollars? Y'all can come up with better than that. Man, if y'all hit us with some Superman's gonna get attacked by Brainiac, and what's he gonna do? Solve a riddle? Man, I will. All right. Where else did we have? Okay, we got a black Superman coming. Da 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 da. Yes. We got that. Oh, kind of. I almost forgot. Cavill. So Cavill, he's all right. Cavill is gonna be just fine. He's gonna be just fine. Because right now, he is going to star in and executive produce Warhammer 40,000. And this is, a franchise by Amazon. Now, I have to be very honest with y'all. I have never heard of Warhammer. Never. There are a lot of things that I would never play, but I would at least hear about it. Right. So like I've never played World of Warcraft or whatever, but I've heard about it. I never really played Dungeons and Dragons, but I've heard about it. I never played Fortnite, but I've heard about it. But Warhammer, I ain't never heard of this. And somebody just told me like, yo, this is a movie, this is a show or whatever. Yeah, like look, some people say this is huge. I'm just saying I've never heard of it until today, until this news dropped. So I was just like, is this like a card game? Is it a house game? Like I don't know. I don't know. And I thought as a blurred, I'm like, yo, at least I thought I'd be in the know of some things. I ain't gotta play them, but at least this is the first time I've ever heard of this, even in news. So apparently there was actually a movie, I think, that came out, but it came out like in 2009, I want to say. And I think it was called like something Universal Soldier or something like that. I don't know, but it's something. There's a movie out there apparently. Yeah, and thank you for that, Rachel. So there are also like miniatures and stuff. Like again, I know Henry Cavill is a nerd with this stuff. He loves this stuff. And because of that, I'm happy for him. Um because of that, I'm happy that the same way I was happy for him to do The Witcher, which he was excited to do, because Henry Cavill is a nerd. Like, my man is a real nerd. He loves this stuff just if not more. So, yeah, so I've heard stuff like that. Like Warhammer started like Dungeons and Dragons and stuff. Now, I've never been in that space. You know what I'm saying? The closest I've ever gotten to that space, and I know it's not the same thing at all. The closest I've gotten to is like when Pokemon came out and I played the little card games with and Yu-Gi-Oh! And stuff. Like I went to the Asian route. I never went the ye old route with those type of games and stuff. It just wasn't for me. But I totally understand now. Now I'm aware of it, how big Warhammer really is. And a lot of people are really excited for this. So I'm just hoping that this show could potentially be what The Witcher would have been for me. Because like I had heard of The Witcher, but I had never played the games. So I was really counting on the TV series to really, ingratiate me in and really help educate me and stuff like that. It kind of did. It kind of didn't. But either way, I think that I'm happy for him. I think he's gonna be just fine. And to be honest, I would not be surprised if, like, Kevin Feige was like, "Hey, big head, what's up? Got this Captain Britain role, you know what I'm saying? I mean, you won't be Hyperion or something, just holla at me. You know what I'm saying? Just whatever you want to do, got all these MCU roles for you, bruh. So I would not be surprised if Feige gonna try and shoot some stuff and try and get Cavill to come on over. It's not like you need Cavill for like multiple 10-year, commitments or anything. It is what it is. And speaking of which, by the way, let's not forget that when James Gunn said that he had a meeting with Henry Cavill, he also said that like they talked about potential other projects. And it's one of those things where like I was like, did people miss that he said that? Because he said we talked about other future opportunities. So what does that mean? In my mind, I'm thinking, oh, maybe he's not going to be the Superman for now, but maybe he comes back later. Maybe they do a Kingdom Come like story. And if they do a Kingdom Come story, hey, maybe you bring Henry Cavill back as an older Superman. Maybe you bring back everybody as older versions of themselves. That's possible. So it doesn't sound like the future is, or the door is forever closed on Henry Cavill. But, I saw people like online, it's trending on Twitter, boycott WB and fire James Gunn. Y'all don't even know what James Gunn is going to do yet. This is the part where I started to get frustrated with the fandom, because I'm like, this is exactly why DC and its fans cannot have nice things. This relationship between the studio and the fans is toxic as hell. Like, this is an abusive domestic violence relationship between both. And here's the thing, I'm not taking nobody's side because I've seen, listen, I come from the outside. I'm a DC, I'm a comic book movie fan, which means I want every comic book iteration, whether you Marvel, DC, Image, whoever, I want everybody to succeed. I don't take sides because I like to enjoy all of them. But when I stand back and I look at the nonsense that has happened between the DC umbrella, the Warner Brothers umbrella, oh, the studio got a lot of blame. The studio did Zack Snyder bogus. The studio did the Justice League properties terribly. Not only just that, but like the Suicide Squad, all the studio interference, screwing up the movies, trying to rush things, patchwork stuff, and all that. And then it was no better with the fan base. Not saying that there was anything wrong with the fan base saying that they want release the Snyder Cut. That's fine. Hey, express what you want, how you feel. That's fine. I'm talking about the nasty ones. I'm talking about the ones that were setting death threats to the executives, that were harassing people, that were like review bombing other WB movies. Like that. Like anything that wasn't Snyder, y'all were going to go out there, out of your way to sabotage these other WB movies. And I'm sitting here thinking to myself, like, y'all do realize this is exactly like it's self-sabotage, because even when the studio was like, you know what, all right, look, because of contracts, studios, blah blah blah, we can't drop the Snyder Cut in theaters, but we gonna drop it on HBO Max. They gave it to you, and then what happened? More release. Now we got to have the whole universe. We got to have all the Snyder everything. And the studio was like, man, listen, y'all tripping. Like, it's already a fractured relationship between the studio and Snyder. And y'all really want to force this man to go back and work with them? And this is with the old regime now. It's with the old regime. But even when the old regime was gone, the studio was like, hey, you know what? All right, we don't have Snyder, but we do have these characters. We got Gal Gadot, we got Henry Cavill, we got Ben Affleck. Like, let's just try to patch this stuff up. Let's just do some patchwork job and just put little band-aids in here. Wonder Woman 2, yeah, it was not that good, but they tried to kind of sort of keep Snyder stuff, but not really. Shazam and Aquaman, all these things, they kind of sort of keep the Snyder stuff, but not really. How did that work out? Because all the non-Snyder stuff, a lot of the fans didn't show up. And they didn't put the money into the movies. And when they didn't put the money into the movies, guess what happened? The studio's like, oh, so y'all don't want this patchwork Snyder remnant stuff? Okay, cool. Blow it up. Why should the studio continue to put money into things that y'all don't support? Right? Nobody's supporting it. And these are things that were like in line with Zack Snyder's vision most of the time, or to some degree, but it wasn't enough. And the definition of insanity is what? Doing the same thing over and over again, expecting the same result. And the studio would make no sense to keep on trying to hold on to things, to band-aid this and band-aid that, when everything is leaking. Everything is bleeding. Y'all are hemorrhaging. Nothing. Y'all got some of the top, just quality, most popular fictional characters on the planet, and y'all can barely crack $1 billion most of the time. In no universe, in no world, should Aquaman make more money than the Trinity. No reason for Aquaman to make more money than Wonder Woman, Superman, or Batman. And I told y'all, Batman is the real franchise player. You make a Batman movie, you know you about to get some butts and seats. So the whole like people talking about fire James Gunn and boycott WB, like, you guys are your worst enemy. The studio is not any better. The studio, but at least the studio's trying. But y'all got to stop this circle of violence. That's all I'm saying. You got to stop that circle of violence. Because the question is, are you just more fans of the director and that's it? Or are you fans of the characters and the stories? Because I was under the impression that we all were fans of the characters and stories. Directors come and go. Actors come and go. These characters and stories last forever. So I'm not that, I say a lot of that because I'm not worried about Henry Cavill. Like I said, I'm happy for him. My man has moved on. He already moved on. If Henry Cavill could move on, I think a lot of y'all can move on. Man, listen, even Zack Snyder has moved on. Go support Rebel Moon. He's got a new movie coming out on that. Look, if you're a fan of Zack Snyder, go support Rebel Moon. And I personally think Zack Snyder flourishes when he's doing different projects that are not tied to well-known IPs. When he's able to just create and just do things without fan expectation on this is how it should go, my man does a really good job with those things. Go support that. Be happy for Henry Cavill that he is still working. My man went from one project to another project to now leading, executive producing, and starring in another one. Be happy. Go back and watch all the stuff that y'all didn't go to the theater to go support. Go back and watch all that. You got the Snyder Cut. You got all these other videos and movies and stuff. You got a good amount of stuff. Did it end the right way that you wanted? No, but that's also life. Life isn't always going to end that way. But if people just keep on with this cycle of violence of boycott this and harass this and send death threats here and all that, y'all gotta chill. Because at the end of the day, the only thing that's gonna happen is you just gonna get a whole bunch of terrible movies. The studio's gonna make no money, and nobody wins. No one wins. And I can also tell you this: when an entire comic medium starts to go down, it hurts every other comic medium. If DC movies suck and Sony movies suck, do you know how much pressure that puts on Marvel to literally shoulder the entire genre? Because Marvel now can't have any cover. Marvel now has to be damn near perfect because if they suck too, you got Sony sucks, DC sucks, and Marvel sucks. Comic book movie fatigue is now going to be a thing. And people are just going to be like, we're done with comic book movies. Now you're not going to get anything anyway. Now all hopes and dreams are just dead. All because people want to flex their social media muscle. But I don't know. What do I know? I'm just a guy. So shout out to Henry Cavill for doing his thing. The clearest indication that we do have for James Gunn, this was a brand new report that came out, and this is our last topic here. It said that the sunsetting of Cavill's time as Superman was the clearest indication that yet Gunn and Safran are mounting a substantial overhaul of DC. A reboot that will cut significant, if not most, ties to the previous regimes that handled DC movies of Warner Brothers. Cavill also shot a cameo in The Flash, one of the 4 DC movies set to release in 2023. But sources say that cameo, along that of Gal Gadot as Wonder Woman, is now being cut. That the studio chose not to go forward with Patty Jenkins' version. It also said that Black Adam grossed $389 million worldwide in its soft performance, calling into question Johnson's much-touted plans for a sequel and an eventual Black Adam versus Superman movie, even before Gunn's decision. A Man of Steel sequel was going to happen. Oh, and look at that. Classic Brainiac character was going to be the main villain of that piece. Here we go again. In the end, he was a pawn. Cavill was a pawn in Dwayne's failed attempt to control a piece of DC, one insider observed. Yikes. Cavill, sources say, did not have a deal in place to return as Superman, only a verbal agreement that the studio would develop future projects. That's it. He was paid $250,000 for his cameos. As for Gunn, he responded to a fan who accused Warner Brothers and DC of stringing him along, of Cavill along. And yeah, we already went over that. Everything happened before Gunn was there. Woo! And that's it, folks. That's the DC drama in a basket for you. But yeah, so whatever cameos that Cavill was gonna have and Gal Gadot, that's over with. That's over with. Whatever they doing in the Flash, that's done with. Now, I would just say this. First of all, recast the Flash, first and foremost. Second of all, the real question is, what do you do with the next upcoming movies? You got Blue Beetle, you got Aquaman, and you got Shazam 2, and then you got the Flash. Well, if it's true that y'all gonna reboot everything, which I absolutely believe they should do, you should absolutely blow up DC. Blow it up, start all over from scratch. It makes no sense to keep doing what is not proven to have worked in the past 6 years. Like when people saying like, yo, can we keep this person and keep that? For what? For what? To lose money? If The Rock and Henry Cavill Superman can't give you more than $400 million, what do you think keeping all the other people around are going to do? Stop. Let it go. It's done. This is a failed experiment. The company held on as long as possible. They tried to milk it as much as possible. But if you can't get the highest fan requested character in Superman, and if you can't get one of the hottest superstars, movie stars in Hollywood to save a franchise or just one movie, that's not a good sign. You know what? Who made a good pivot? Sony. And I know Sony's got problems. But Sony saw that the second Amazing Spider-Man movie with Andrew Garfield, it underperformed. It still made $700 million, which is no joke. But it was a Spider-Man movie. Spider-Man movie should be making a whole lot more than that. And they realized, yo, we need help. And they pivoted and they made that monumental deal with Marvel. And you know what happened? They blew it up. They blew up all that stuff. They threw away Amazing Spider-Man. And they said, boom, we about to start something fresh and clean. And guess what? We got 3 dope Spider-Man movies as a result. And the company made more money than they probably ever would have made on their own. So will I say that like James Gunn is going to save the DCU? I don't know. I say that he's saying all the right things to me. When he sits here and says, yo, we value the characters in the story first, I'm with that. Because I don't feel like the previous regime cared about the story and the characters. I feel like they felt, and I mean, there were reports that backed this up. They cared about that bottom line. They cared about making money. They cared about like, yo, we just going to do things the way we feel like. And I don't feel like these were people that really knew the characters or their stories. Now, I do have some issues and concerns with Gunn having full autonomy. Are things going to connect? Yes, I get that. But you also have to realize that like Gunn he's got a magic touch. He's got a certain touch that is very particular. And it's almost like look at his Suicide Squad and look at Peacemaker. If you don't like Suicide Squad, you're probably not going to like Peacemaker. Because that's the tone, that's the flavor that he goes with. Gunn knows how to do really good things with the emotions of characters. His comedy can be hit or miss. Can he handle an entire franchise? We don't know yet. But I'm open to seeing where this goes. I'm open. So We'll see. We'll see where they go. I'm hoping that they focus on the stories. I'm hoping that they get diverse voices in there. I think one of the biggest mistakes they might make, and I don't think they're going to do this again, is trying to have everything sound like the same person. So, for example, every movie after Man of Steel sounded like it came from Zack Snyder. It had the same feel, the same look, the same tone. It was all Zack Snyder-ish. Marvel doesn't really do that. Now, Marvel will have the Marvel fun stuff, which, in my opinion, can be hit or miss. But Marvel does mix it up with a lot of different directors, and they're willing to at least gamble and give you different tones or feelings. Because Thor Ragnarok doesn't have the same feeling or tone as Winter Soldier. Eternals, whether you liked it or not, was definitely a change of pace for Marvel. You know what I'm saying? Like, they're willing to try out new things. I hope Warner Brothers is willing to do the same thing, because every character in every story does not need the same tone or the same voice. So hopefully Gunn lets creators create. And all they need is just somebody to steady the ship. They don't need him to be every single crew member and doing every little thing. They just need him to steady the ship. Just be the captain. Just you the captain now. Just be the captain. And we'll see where it goes. But y'all let me know, how are you feeling about Gunn? How are you feeling about the Henry Cavill stuff? It's a lot. I know it's a lot. Can't wait to read a lot of y'all comments about it. But let me scroll up and grab some of these comments real quick. Whew, man, yeah, that's I knew this was gonna be a banger. This was this was a lot of news from this whole week. I'm like, dang, another one? Another one? Dang it, James Gunn, stop talking. Stop it. Did Henry Cavill whack Billy Bats? I don't know. That's a good question. I don't know. But thank you for that, Didier. I appreciate you. Hold on, let me go back. Let me go. What we got? Boss, what you got? I feel like everyone at DC wants their own Tom Holland, super young and bumbling but charming kind of hero. I mean, from a money standpoint, it's a proven formula, right? Because what ends up happening when you get a young actor is that, one, it's a low investment because they're young, right? When they're young, their asking rate is not that high. So they can get somebody who has talent, lock them in a deal for like 3-4 pictures or whatever, not have to pay them as much. But here's the other kicker. From an audience perspective, we get hooked to characters and actors that we grow up with, right? Because when we have to invest 10 years in seeing a familiar face, a familiar character and actor grow in the role, one, it creates us a sense of dependency on that character, but it also gets us like interested in what happens next. I mean, think about Daniel Craig. There's a reason why they were like, no, you're James Bond for like 10 years. Because you want to keep going back. You know that James Bond, you like this one, you want to see what's next in the story, and so on and so forth. It creates a sense of familiarity. And guess what? A lot of people go to movies because of familiarity. You go because you know the characters. You go because you know the actor. So yeah, like it's definitely a investment strategy to keep the things going, to keep the money flowing. But thank you so much for that. I appreciate you. Puma, what you got? I feel like the Mad Rabbit from Alice in Wonderland. I'm late. It's Freaky Friday, and I agree with you. That Superman Lobo story will be fire. They need to start thinking out the box. Injustice for one. Now, that's it. Here's the thing. It's funny you mentioned Injustice. I was thinking about Injustice too. Injustice would be a dope story, but I don't think you can reboot DC and hit people with an Injustice story out of nowhere like that. In a sense, that's kind of sort of what Zack Snyder was going for in a weird way. So I think that the better thing to do is to just give people the digestible content first. Because one thing I was having a conversation with my editor at the movie blog, and one thing that I was telling him was like, as comic fans, we love Elseworld stories. We love these things. Why? Elseworld stories, so the alternate universes, the what ifs, and stuff like that. We like that stuff because we've been ingratiated into and accustomed to all the other normal stories. We've seen the Superman be the superhero and all this stuff. We've seen Batman save the day and all that. We've seen everybody get along, kumbaya, save the universe, blah, blah, blah. We've seen all of that. We've read it all for years. We know the stories. So when you know all of that, sometimes it runs a course and you're like, all right, man, we've been going here all this time. Can we get something different? Boom, we go off world. Boom, we go into a different universe. Boom, here go a universe where Superman goes crazy. Boom, here's a universe where Batman does XYZ, whatever. So that works for comic fans and for fans that are familiar with the stories. But that isn't always the way it translates, I think, for general audiences. General audiences are usually behind people that watch the cartoons, read the comics, and so on and so forth. General audiences are usually like, yo, I never even watched a cartoon or I never read a comic book. You know, I know of Superman, but like I don't know Superman. So for me, I would say that if you wanted to do like an Injustice story, for example, you at least got to give me 5 years of a normal Superman first. Let me see, let the audience see, because 5 years is really like 1 or 2 movies, maybe. At least give people that baseline so that they realize when we do go off course, I know where home is. I know what normal is. But if you just start off out of nowhere and be like, yo, Superman punching people's chests and throwing people in the sun, it's too much, too fast, too awkward, too from outside of left field. So while I would be here for it, I think as a business move, you definitely want to meet people where they're at. I think, like I mentioned earlier, the average person understands Superman origin story. They don't need another origin story. But you do want to push the Superman story just slightly further, just a little bit, just to kind of be like, oh, I've never seen Christopher Reeve do that. Oh, I never seen Smallville talk about this. Like that's what you kind of want to do. You don't want to go completely off there. Not yet. But that's just my thought on that. Puma back at it. The animation is gold mine for stories. Why can't they see that? Just pure madness and a waste of characters. Gunn should take us back to Justice League Unlimited, the live action. This is how you do it. Now, here's the thing. Gunn is actually in charge of the live action as well. He is dealing with the TV, the film, and the animation department. So maybe he might. Maybe he will. We don't know. This is why I'm not going to heavily judge him yet because we don't know. But he is in charge of all 3 departments. And he did mention something to the degree of all these things are going to connect. So we'll see. You could be right. Maybe that is what he's doing. I don't know. We have to wait until next year to find out. Ron, thank you so much. If it hasn't been said, Rock's Black Adam is toast. It might be. It might be. I mean, if they blow everything up. Now, here's the thing. I say, just like with Patty Jenkins, it doesn't have to be. You know what I'm saying? Like, it doesn't have to be toast. Like, maybe you just come back as Black Adam in a different way, but I do think he's gonna have to take a little humble pie. Just a little. It's not gonna be exactly how you want it to be, Rock. You know. So if he's unfollowing them and stuff and all that, okay, maybe it's done for. Maybe, but this ship is gonna keep sailing. If I'm The Rock, I would get back on the negotiation table. I'm not telling him what to do. But I'm just saying, if I were him, I'd be like, all right, what's the actual plan? Put me on what this plan is, and let's talk about whether or not we can fit this in somewhere. I understand I didn't like what happened, but at the same time, that's business. You came in, a new person got hired, new decisions get made. Business happens like that all the time. Organizations change, rules, structures change. The main people that make it in business are the ones that know how to adapt. So now, is The Rock gonna be fine if he's not Black Adam? Sure, he'll be all right. He's got like a whole bunch of other stuff coming out. But I think it's a missed opportunity, if he doesn't continue with them. But we'll see. We'll see. But yeah, I don't think it's gonna make it. Reagan, hello, thank you so much. Thanks for taking the time to do these lives. I know you've got a lot going on. Didn't you say that you also work in IT in addition to being a critic? Yes, I do. That is my 9 to 5. And this is all a side job. It's unfortunately one of the reasons why I'm not able to get as many videos out as I'd like to. Like, I'd love to be able to, like, all that stuff I just showed y'all with the Lobo and the Superman story. I wish I could have made that a video for y'all. You know what I'm saying? I would have, if this were my full-time thing, I would have made that a video instead of just. But now I'm like, at least if I'm here with y'all, at least I could just talk to y'all. I could just put it out there, whatever. Maybe I'll go back and have my editor do something. I don't know, but I just don't be having time. Like, to be honest with you, like, I come home, and I don't know about y'all, but like, when you come home from that 9 to 5, that drive back home, I came home yesterday and went straight to sleep. Like, I came back at like 5. No, yeah, like around 5:30 or something like that. I went straight to sleep. Like, I was just tired. I didn't have enough energy to think. I couldn't write my review out. I couldn't do. I was just tired. Barely even saw the babies. I came in. Hey, y'all. Okay. Okay. Bye. Bye. But yes, I do work in IT. That is the 9 to 5. Thank goodness. Thank God. Like, that is what actually helps me support a lot of this stuff. But this is definitely the side gig for now. Thank you so much for that contribution. Let's see. I think we are all caught up, y'all. Woo, man. I know I got an S on my chest, but I'm tired. You know what I'm saying? I gotta go. Because I gotta wake up in the morning, take the babies to gymnastics, and then I think I gotta record my Avatar review for y'all. And do I have anything else to do? I don't know. I might. Anyway, that's all I got. Yo, DC is a mess. Blow it up. Start all over. Henry Cavill, The Rock, or not. This just needs. I just want them to get it right. I want Sony to get it right. I want Marvel to get it right. I want Star Wars to get it right. I want DC to get it right. I don't want to feel bad about these movies. I don't want to keep dealing with terrible products. I really don't. So I'm hoping for the best. I'm rooting for the best. I will like that. That's why I don't care. I give free advice. I'll get, like, I will put my opinion out there. I don't care if I don't get paid for it, because I just want good products. I want us to thrive. I want us to just have good stuff out there. If I was a billionaire, I would just go do this myself, but I ain't there yet. But it is what it is. Black Prophet, what'd you say here? If I saw Till, yeah, I did. Dang, I didn't even do a review for it. I like Till. I think the lead actress, I forget her name, she absolutely needs to get at least a nomination for her performance. She was fantastic. Great cast, good story, good writing. Definitely got me in my feels. You know, it took me a while to watch it though, because like I just wasn't really, you know, it's not a movie. I'm like, can't wait to go watch Till. You know, let's go watch a black boy get murdered. You know, so but yeah, it was definitely a good movie. I appreciate the fact that they focus more on the mother's grief, but also simultaneously her strength, because she is, um, you know, a powerful figure, and she's gone on to be a powerful civil rights leader as well. So I was really glad that they were able to shed that light, and really show people how not a lot has changed. I mean, Emmett Till's story, if you don't know about Emmett Till, I definitely recommend that you go look him up, or just go watch the movie. But basically, Emmett Till was one of the catalysts for the civil rights movement. Emmett Till was in our perspective, he was kind of like the George Floyd of like the 1950s, you know. So you know, it's again, this is just for like people that if you just don't know. If you know, or to be honest with you, if you're black and you don't want to deal with that trauma, don't watch it. You'll be all right. You know what I'm saying? Like these type of stories, especially dealing with black trauma, are not meant to torment us. And I think that they're completely optional. I think that the benefit that comes from them, hopefully, is more from an educational standpoint. If you know this stuff already, you're good. If you are just, for whatever reason, maybe you're a foreigner, maybe you're just not black, maybe you just don't know, these are the type of movies that you want to watch so you can get a better level of context for racial social issues and see why they still persist to this day. So anyway, but I did enjoy Till. I thought it was cool. I think I didn't. Oh, I didn't post my Emancipation. I gotta post it. I did Emancipation on a live last week, I think, but I gotta post a separate video. I just had it sitting there too, and I just missed it. My bad. Tired. I'm sorry. I'm tired. I'm sleepy. I'm tired, and I gotta travel again. Oh, anyway. Let's see who else. What you got? I hope so. I'm waiting very, very patiently for Static, and I want all the Milestone to come through. I want it. I want it. Give me all of that. So if they ever get it together, that'd be great, and I can't wait. All right, y'all. That's all I got for today. I'm finna go crash and hit the hay. Y'all know the routine. Wash your hands, wash your butts, enjoy yourselves, have a good, safe, productive weekend. And I will see y'all next week. All right, y'all. Peace.